Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the last episode of Umineko question arc. Aren't we all excited? Aren't we all really happy about this? I am really happy. Or maybe I'm just manic, you know? It's really hard to tell. Today, I worked really hard yesterday to make this stream a little bit special because I started working on this NG assets a long time ago. Then I forgot about them, but then I was like, fuck, it's the last chapter of fourth episode of Umineko. I should, you know, I should make it a little bit special. So now I'm looking like this. Isn't it cute? It literally took me like 40 minutes to set up in Live2D before stream. I'm also kind of late. I planned to start an hour earlier, but as you can see, just half an hour earlier. Well, did I change my title? Uh-oh, maybe I didn't. Oops. Did I change it right now? Can I go on Twitch and change it? It's kind of important. I want it to be like this. It's conclusion. It's exciting. Do I look cute? Do I look cute on SNG? I wish I didn't stutter in space. Oops. Run window. Please close it. I accidentally went to my Twitch in incognito tab. I was working really hard yesterday. Oh, I was working so hard that I skipped Game Awards. So I don't even know who won Game Awards. Probably Baldur's Gate. I was so excited to go on Twitter this morning and like check out all the discussion about Game Awards, and nobody was talking about Game Awards. The only good news I saw is that Elfane comes back to Guilty Gear Strive, which is nice, which I really like. And that's it. Nothing funny even happened. Oh, I also saw memes about Timothée Chalamet being, you know, oh my god, being... I hate this. I hate that I can't change title while I'm streaming. I mean, I can, but... Timothée Chalamet being B from Lies of P. This is funny. Oh, it's so unfair that they didn't nominate Lies of P for the Game of the Year. It's so unfair. Especially because a content creator that I really like really liked Lies of P. And it's not Northernland, even though Northernland liked it too. My channel... Fuck. Oh, it's muted me automatically. Okay. I don't want to hear myself. Okay, I'm here, and then there went on. Okay. I trust you. Ew! Why does this panel look so ugly here? Whatever. What if I... Oh, now it looks pretty. Oh well. Let me close it. Close this. Now we're back on Umineko. I'm drinking water, and we're gonna try our best to finish today. I don't know if we could actually do it, but I really hope we would. If the door had remained locked... Oh, last time Kinzo was taking half of the Oshirimiya family hostage, and the other half is dead, and the children is alive, and now he's trying to these children to see if any of them could be a heir to the Oshirimiya family. That's it? What else happened? Nothing? I can't remember. Should I make myself fall into shadows? I feel like I should. A second. Scroll. Window. Umineko. does it look better? I mean, I like being in the shadow, so... Oh, by the way, this is the best set of glasses I ever draw off a stream. Like, look at this. It looks so flawless, and it really good. Looks really good on the model. Compared to pair of glasses that I made of a Chester bunny, those I don't like anymore. Those are kind of trash. But this one is nice, right? Look at my little tails. I'm enjoying myself. I'm sorry. If the door had remained locked, it might have been a violation of the rules, and harm could have been done to the hostages. But even so, your own life might be saved. However, you resisted the temptation, and were about to unlock the door yourself. That bravery of yours is worthy of admiration. What the fuck are you talking about? Who? I, the owner of the room, had searched to make sure that there was nowhere any human could have been hiding. Where had this man... There was nowhere for a human to hide, of course. But could something like that wasn't human even... Fuck. Uh-oh. It's gonna be a bad stream. Uh-oh. But could something that wasn't human have managed it? I was pretty sure this was my first meeting with a largely built, middle-aged man. Middle-aged? He's middle-aged? I thought he's like... in his 30s or something. He doesn't look middle-aged at all. Am I don't understanding what middle-aged mean? Okay. It's not nice to the stream if she doesn't Google words that she doesn't know. Middle-aged. Speaking of words that I doesn't know what the fuck jolly means. I'm seeing a lot of memes with jolly in a title, but I don't know what it means. And I don't want to know. I want for a real person to tell me. I don't want to Google it. In the middle of your life before you're old. What is this, like 40, 50, 60? What consider old? Can I have a concrete time frame, please? Yeah, middle age. How? Why do middle-aged men keep crying? That Times article, okay. What? It says 28-year-old woman is middle-aged. Excuse you? I disagree. I don't know what it means, but I disagree. Okay, fuck this. It made me mad. It made me so mad. I did not recognize this guy who looked like a butler and bore a seal of a one-winged eagle. Oh, look, I have a little seal with one-winged eagle. It's really pretty. It's starting to be really pretty. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? Here, on my side. I applaud to meet you, Jessica-sama. I serve as a head furniture for the Masters at 27th over 72. I'm called Renault. Ronoa? Genji-san? Ah, yeah. Genji is like my little brother. Or perhaps he was my true form in this world. Perhaps you can even say he was a vessel. Are they doing this on purpose? Probably they do. What's this guy saying? Oh, my apologies. This is not something that can be explained to a human. Well then, let us move on to the main event. Okay. So, what? So all the crimes, in quotes, committed by Renault is actually Genji's doing? Genji is like a human body who's doing this? This is weird. This is weird wording. Whoa. Oh, my apologies. This is not something that can be explained to a human. Well then, let us move on to the main event. So, this is that old crackpot's test or whatever. Correct. This is a test when the master was granted to you. Atronov's elegant gesture, like that of a butler ordering for a meal to be set out, many gold butterflies flew up out of nowhere. Ah? What the hell? The swarms of gold butterflies spun around, forming a small swirl as they gathered in one place. Then that golden mold disappeared like a pile of leaves blown away by a cold, wintry wind. Wintry wind. Speaking of wintry wind, it's really cold and snowy outside, which is really nice. Really nice. And there lay a western envelope with one main eagle crest down on it in golden leaf. Renaud gestured to her to pick it up. Jessica timidly picked it up and opened the letter inside. Love the sound. What is this? It is an exceedingly simple test that looks for the qualification to become the next head. Please attend to the question written here with the readiness of the next head who will bear responsibility for the Ushiramiya family, and tell me your answer as well as the thoughts that led you to it. What the utter hell? Shaking, Jessica looked back and forth between the paper and Renaud's face several times. Are you gonna tell me what's inside? No? Okay. Nice. At that time, George, who had been called out after Jessica, could be seen in the arbor of the rose garden. He had been planning to give Shannon the ring that would be proof of their engagement here tonight at this time, if things had gone normally. But the woman in front of George was not Shannon. Now was not Shannon. Oh. Okay. Read it. This is Goldsmith. Read it! This is Goldsmith's test for you! George picked up the western envelope on the table where he had once drunk tea with Shannon and read its contents. Perhaps its message was short. After a single glance at it, George's eyes grew sharp. What is this supposed to be? It's what it looks like. This is a test given to you. I found it to find if you have the qualification to become successor of a head. Ask yourself what makes you qualified to be a successor and answer the question. What a stupid question. I agree. It really is a stupid question. In that case, isn't the Ushiramiya family headship something just as trivial in Goldsmith's eyes? Huh. George lowered his eyes to the surface of the letter once again and examined its contents. George and Jessica. While the test given to them was slightly different, they were almost exactly the same. You gonna tell me what it is? Among the three mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. What is this? What do you need to sacrifice? It's a simple 3-choice test. Decide for yourself which one you will choose not to save. If you refuse to choose, the test is suspended. I have been given permission to kill you right here by my own hands. If you would include even that as a choice, then there are 4 choices. I'd been an awful long time since I've gotten to play with kids like you, so I can't say I'd be disappointed. I've been an awful good girl to do. Are these 3 choices only a test? Or will the choice be accompanied by a result? Don't be naive. The one you choose will definitely lose their life. Okay. What is this Saw chapter? Huh? I thought about it before. Maybe I never said it on the stream, but it really does feel to me like a Saw, especially when they were trapped in a cage. What is this? This is so dumb, I hate it. Among the 3 mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. Your life, Shannon's life, everyone else's life. Oh, it's like Life is Strange ending. If I would guess the right answer, it would be the 3rd one, right? But the idea is probably that you don't make this choice and you don't make any other choice, and somehow you need to trick people around you and actually go and kill Grandpa. Yeah, but you know, easiest one is your life, but I don't think it's gonna be the one that Kinzo appreciate. If you didn't choose one, all of the above will be lost. Okay, so you definitely need to choose one. Wait, is wording weird here? Are they gonna tell me? Show me? Among the three mentioned below, in order to gain two, sacrifice one. Your life, Sharon's life, everyone else's lives. If you do not choose one, all of the above will be lost. I wonder if the idea here is to... is the last man standing? Like, if you choose everybody else, like, everybody gonna choose your own life, and somebody gonna choose blah blah blah? In Maria's one, is it gonna be second one gonna be her mother's life? Uh-oh. We were in red for a second? Okay, oops. I hope it's okay. In Maria's one, is the second gonna be her mother's life? Because this one is not a pleasant one. Uh-oh. Oh, really convenient of them for everybody except for Maria to have, like, a relative alive or somebody close to them, right? Sneaky. Why is Shan's name here? The second choice was the name of one most needed by that person and most loved. I believe Karen's name was written second on Jessica's test. Yeah, tell me who's on Butler's one? I gave the stupid question to Jessica too. What does Jessica matter? Right now, you are the one being tested. It really is simple three-choice test. Which can you throw away for the sake of other two? Isn't that simple? If you still can't decide, would you like me to lend you a coin? A coin? How would you choose between three options with something that only has two sides? It has, borders? How to say it? Oh, I don't remember how sides of a coin called. Tails, heads, an edge? Maybe? Oops. And I constantly do better on the coin side. Why can't I remember? There's no one who would throw away their own life. So naturally, only two options. What? Are you dumb? This is like the only viable option for all of them. So naturally, only two options remain. Why are you framing it this way? This is stupid. You should shut up, Gob. Will you give up on everyone for the sake of their own love? Or will you give up on one person you love so they can save as many people as possible? Yeah, this is easy choice. Just kill yourself. Like, Life is Strange didn't even give you this one, but killing yourself is like the best one. Either way, you can fit it with an appropriate, what? You can fit it with an appropriate, just case. Cause? Just cause. No, not just, but just as justice. After all, this Okijima is now a demon island. The sticky sweet body pretense of a human world is not necessary. No one will blame you. Do as your heart desires. While asking yourself whether you possess sufficient qualification to succeed the headship of a Shirimiya family. No, make a decision that though you yourself are the Shirimiya family head. What the hell do you take me for? Jessica crumbed the letter and threw it on the floor. Uh-oh, Jessica. I believe your anger is quite appropriate. I also find it exceedingly beautiful and truly ludicrous question. Like hell there is anyone who could wish for their own death. What? What? Do you know trolley problem? Jesus Christ! Huh? Am I insane? Am I crazy for thinking that killing yourself in the situation like this is the best one? Like, obviously, you would kill Shannon if you were the same person. That if the choice only would have been two, Shannon's life and everyone else's life, you would kill Shannon. Would you? I mean, if okay. Oh, that's funny. Because everyone else's life does not include any more of George's actual like parents or relatives that he familiar with, isn't it? Oh, that's sneaky. Okay, so then Shannon's life, fuck everybody else. Yeah, and I think Kinza would fucked up everybody else's life and took life of his beloved, right? This is dumb because why are they saying that nobody would kill themselves for this? Like, obviously, killing yourself is the best one. Like, oh, that's annoying. Like, hell, there is anyone who could want to remain alive after burying the life of the person they love. And like hell, there is anyone who could massacre anyone else as long as it's good for the two of them. No, Jessica-sama. Such a person could exist. This is Arkijima, the Demon Island. It is now completely cut off from the human world and dunked fully into the netherworld like cheese fondue. The values of a human world will be taken out with the trash. So please, choose the thing you desire from the bottom of your heart in order to desire them. Whatever remains will be your answer and one most fitting for the insane night. Suddenly I have a feeling that nobody gonna pick the most interesting choice and only Butler gonna like kill himself for this or something. Screw you! How could I choose any of this? If you do not choose one, all of the above will be lost, so make for a fine fourth choice. It may also be interesting if that one is chosen. Is it? It's the worst one! Literally everyone dies. You can save so many lives with this. But since choosing will result in the loss of your own life in the end, I believe it would be more wise to do honorable thing and select number one, your life. So that's the other two will be saved. All is entrusted to you decision, Jessica-sama. Please let me hear an answer and conviction fitting for the successor to the Ushiramiya family. I am sincerely hoping for a wonderful answer fitting for the master's descendant who shares his blood. Damn it! Oh? Oh? Huh? No. The scene was being absurd through the magic crystal ball being held by Kinza. Okay. Kinza finally could hold it back, spreading his arms and facing the heavens. He began laughing in an explosive voice. Ha 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 ha! Why do you hesitate, foolish grandchildren and descendants of mine? This is a simple problem that can be answered immediately. It should cause less vacillation than whether to put butter or jam on your morning toast. Do you people know the correct answer? He turned and stared wide-eyed at the Chester sisters who had faithfully standing in wait behind him. No, my apologies. I don't know, Lord Goldsmith. Fool! No choosing at all means game over! You foolish rabbit, you can only choose a reason of a goal for your own life. Yeah, she has it. You have not the value of a single ant that anyone might step upon without even noticing. Die, be crushed, disappear faster than I can blink. Oh, don't bully her, she has low self-esteem. And what of you? I would sacrifice the first one, my life, sir. Weapons exist to fight and die in battle, and weapons exist to destroy enemies and protect allies. If we can die protecting those we love, we can die satisfied, sir. A truly splendid modded answer for a weapon. The immediate reply is very nice. Have you been taught that you'll be given extra carrot for answering this way? That's not it, is it now? Even that isn't it, is it now? You're merely answering the way you have been told to answer, repeating the answer you have been indoctrinated with. You are the same as that other rabbit a second ago. You still live without having chosen a purpose or goal to live for. Feels those life has no value. It would fit you to crush you down and use your fodder for the other livestock. Okay, so this seems like the third one is the right one. Obviously, because Kinzo literally sacrificing everybody else's life to resurrect Beatrice. Yes, sir! Animated folder would be an honor! Fodder. I don't think so! You don't want to see anyone else die anymore, do you? Why can't you accept this? Accept that your old wound is still festering and rotting deep, deep inside. Yes, the rotten stench almost make the nose wrinkle, you foolish rotten rabbit. Ooh, I wish somebody called me that. These are words of price for you. Thank you very much, sir. Well then, what about you, the last one? Which of the choices would you choose? Number 2 without hesitation. Huh. Number 2. There are not many who would... Oh, she is toxic lesbian for sure. There are not many who could probably choose the offer the one you love as a sacrifice. Tell me your reason. Because the one you love will be lost eventually. Ooh, this is awful one. If you don't have anyone to love, then you won't be hurt, and even then, you still might be able to love someone again someday. Ooh, Kinzo not gonna like it. I don't like it. So, the person you love right now isn't worth it much at all, yeah? I see. So that is why you reach such an answer, you rabbit, who have become cowardly because you have been hurt by love. I have heard that rabbits die of loneliness, but just when was it that your heart was killed? Then, rabbit, I shall alter the question. Why don't I change the second option, not the one you love, but the memories of the one you loved? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, the third one is the right one for Kinzo, but the one the one that I would choose is the first one. How's that? Can you still select that one? That's this about the one you love not being worth much at all, foolish rabbit. Fools who cannot even face up to the depths of their own love. You're such a hypocrite, Kinzo, though. Try and choose it. Try and choose to have the ones you love forgotten. You can, right? I bet you can, right? Come on, try saying that you can. I can. I can. Lord Goldsmith, please have mercy on her. Oh, I love this expression. I also love like this darker shadow in her face. Can you see it? I can see it on one of my monitors, but on the other one it's not that visible. It's like she has huge eyebags. Looks good. That's enough, Rabbit Fills. Go to Virgilia and help keep watch on the dungeon. Begone! Begone, thought. The Chester sisters, their old emotional wounds gorged, disappear as though running away. Imagine talking to your guns as if they're real people. Especially bunny girls. What a weird fetish. Who even likes bunny girls? After that, even though there was no one left to hear them, Kinzo continued talking as though continuing a play. And there you have it, my pleasant test. To be truthful, there is no choice that can be said to be correct. Oh really? Whichever answer they choose, it is about whatever they can choose, without hesitation, quickly, and with a resolute conviction and their own strong, unthinkable will. The reason and their willpower are more important. That is what I want to know about. Ah, descendants of mine. I am truly looking forward to what kind of answer you will show me. Me? Yes, of course Evan had the same question thrust upon me. Because I am suddenly answered the devil's question, I was able to calm gold, honor, and that witch herself as my own. Which answer did I choose? Do you really need to say it out loud? I get him. I get him. He's fucked up, and he's probably a really bad person, but I get him. So, have you decided your answer? As Jessica stared at the crushed letter which lay on the floor, she hung her head in constant silence. All that filled the room was the sound of a wind and a rain and the rustling of the treetops. Regardless of how noisy this was, it simply made the silence more apparent. Renaud waited for Jessica's answer. However, Jessica didn't speak. Whatever she was deep in thought or had stopped thinking, Rudolph couldn't tell. No, he might actually have known. But cruelly like a demon, Renaud urged Jessica to voice it. She couldn't kill herself. If you do... Not choosing any is like literally awful. Why would you ever do this? If you cannot choose any, I can at least take your life painlessly, if you would like. What? I'm afraid I have trouble hearing. May I ask you to repeat? Jessica lifted her face and looked straight into Renaud's eyes. It seemed that she had decided on her answer. Kill me, yeah. Kill me, Jessica said in one more time, clearly. Perhaps Renaud had imagined from the very beginning that this would be the answer. Without any surprise, he smiled lightly and nodded. Would you really should think the way Kinzo wants you to think in this one? Would you really do it? Like, would you think about it from Kinzo's perspective, and Kinzo clearly sacrificing all of you, so you would choose sacrifice all of the other people? Is it really gonna be like last man standing? No fucking way. What about Butler and Maria? What are they doing? I thought you would choose that answer, Jessica-sama. Now then, there is no right or wrong answer to this test. The important part is what thoughts led you to this answer. Come now, please answer that with your readiness as the next head. It's not like I chose the first one because I wanted to die. Couldn't relate? The second one was letting Karen-kun die. That's obviously out of question, so forget this one. The third one was everyone else's lives. That's also obviously out of question, so forget that one. After that, only the first choice remains. Process of elimination, is it? So it was not something you choose proactively, you say? After chuckling slightly, Renaud dropped his gaze. A human couldn't even imagine what kind of answer a demon would have been hoping for. All she could understand was that this was apparently slightly below Renaud's expectations. It's not a bad answer, but I must say, it's not a good one either. I suppose I would call it a 60. Thanks for your opinion, I guess. Who asked you again? Excuse you? You're a pretty selfish bastard, telling me to answer with self-confidence and then being disappointed when I do. Apparently, it was not only process of elimination. Either way, it is a falling grade, but it seemed that there is little more in your thoughts. Allow me to ask. I don't want to die. So I didn't want to choose the first one. No one would. People struggle as much as their life will let them, because they want to live in happy... Wait, it just clicked. Did Kinzo kill his family? He did, didn't he? Okay. 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 Because they want to live in happiness. So normally the first choice should be impossible from the beginning. However, you took that first choice. You chose to throw away your own life. Only that choice remained. I tried, thinking of a future that would come after choosing each one. Huh. And what did you find? First, I tried letting Kanan-kun die. I tried to imagine the rest of my life after having abandoned the one I love. And what kind of life was it? She was a horrible woman who didn't deserve to live. A shabby woman who forever lamented her own decision and lived only to regret. A horrible woman who could choose to leave and abandon one person she loved. I could never forgive a woman like that. I'd put an end to her myself. How spirited. In that case, could you not also have considered this your choice? Yeah. I tried letting everyone but me and Karan-kun die. There is no way Karan-kun would like me if I did that. And it was no good for me either. I would never date a person who would not agree on a third choice. Totally normal thing to say. And it was no good for me either. Although I had Karan-kun, all the lives I abandoned for that became a cross that I had to bear for my entire life. And even Karan-kun was forced to bear that cross. I'm not going to make a foolish choice just to force a cross on Karan-kun. If there is a future me out there who would do something like that, she's unforgivable to me. Oh, unforgivable to me. I'll put the end to that woman myself too. Jessica had pictured it in her mind, the future her beyond each of the three choices. There were 3 Jessicas. Out of 3, 2 had regrets. Only one could hold her high and smile at Kanan. You know, I once had the nerve to preach something to Kanan-kun. Something about trying to live life to the fullest. Live your life to the fullest. Meaningful words. This is a surprisingly difficult thing to do. So yeah, I got to hold my hand high and show Karan-kun. Show him a way of living where you can hold your hand high and look anyone in the eye with a full and guiltless smile. Will Kanan be able to receive your self-sacrifice? Haven't you considered that your self-centered decision might hurt him even more? That's why I want to leave a message. Huh. I will listen, but I am after all a demon. I may not keep my promises. Keep it. You promise. But what if you do? Renaud? Jessica spoke that looking quite unconcerned. She had asked the demon who was about to take her life to pass on a message, and she wasn't thinking for a moment that she would be betrayed. At that exceedingly innocent smile, Renaud closed his eyes slightly and shrugged his shoulders. Very well. So, what shall I tell him? Tell Kanan-kun to live his life to the fullest. No, that's not quite it. Not his life, not Karan's life. Even now I can get him to tell me his real name, but tell him to live the real Kanan-kun's life to the fullest. Tell him that. Milady. Jessica, you're unbelievable. Renaud is fickle, so he might not have passed the message on. Aren't you lucky to have me here showing you the scene? A musty 3-sided mirror was set beyond the bars, and the scene with Jessica was reflected in it. On the next mirror, the scene with George was reflected in the same way. None of them questioned how a 3-sided mirror had appeared from a group of butterflies, or why Jessica and George were reflected on it. Because the reflected signs themselves were more important. You are that prepared to throw your life away for his sake? My deepest apologies. Kraus looked Kanan with a complicated expression and had an awkward smile mixed in. I love these Kraus's expressions. They're so good. Artist for Umineko's expression is actually like a genius person. No disrespect. Like, this is awesome. This is such a expressive face. Oops. Tautology. Karan couldn't meet his eyes. Virgilia-sama, there is no reason for Milady to lose her life. Please kill me. Please change it to the second choice. This way, everything should resolve itself. Are you successor to the Shirbiya family? Who asked you? I'm not capable of granting that wish. After all, this is Jessica's own decision, which she chose. Oh, she's mad! Suddenly, in air split, the Chester sister appeared, flying into Virgilia's chest. Cute! Virgilia-sama! So mean, so mean! Lord Goldsmith is so mean! I'm doing the best I can! Crushing me for an animal fodder is just too much! Still without a clue what was going on, Virgilia was smothered by sobbing Chester sisters. There. Everything's alright. It's alright. Don't cry, don't cry. I'll make you some delicious tea. I leave it up to all of you to guard this place. If they do anything suspicious, inform me immediately. The god attendant looked at each other and nodded their heads. Virgilia took the Chester sisters and left. The sound of people going up a set of stairs could be heard. They had probably gone to an upper floor. This is our chance. This godhead seemed to be stupid. I wonder if we can trick them. Curie realized that an opportunity had arrived, but she still hadn't thought of a way to break the metal bars. So Jessica reflected on a three-sided mirror, closed her eyes, as though she had given up. The way she had both hands stuck into her pockets, waiting to be defiant until the very end, might have been her own kind of aesthetic. That's all I wanted to say. I wonder if the right choice is going to be like, I'm not choosing any of this, and I'm also not dying. Let's make a deal, Beatrice or something. That's all I wanted to say. Kill me. Very well. Here we go then. I'm sorry, I'm trying to process the emotion I just experienced by reading this. We're not gonna specify what type of emotion it was. Suddenly kinda hot in here. I'm sorry. Don't worry, we shall make your death more gentle and merciful than any sleep. Renaud raised his palm and he slowly approached Jessica. Damn it! Ron! Huh? Realizing that his daughter would be killed, Kraus repeatedly body slammed the metal bars, going half mad. The goats looked like they were sneering at how mere humans didn't stand a chance at breaking those bars. I mean, if Kanan needs to work, he needs to... If Kanan can do magic, he needs to do magic right now. Where's Shannon? What are they doing? Like... Aren't you just gonna be better at fighting this time? You did... lost last time. But this time, you could be stronger. Isn't it what anime teaches us? Stand up and fight again or something? I don't know. I never finished Naruto. True, Kraus' pointless effort might have been comical, but Kraus was giving in everything he had. As Jessica's father, okay, whatever. As Jessica's father, he was living in the moment with everything he had so that he could save her. Karan made tight fists with both hands. If he used his cursed power, he might be able to cut through even metal bars. But there were a full 3 goats. You literally finished one of the demon sisters. What are you talking about? And there's Shannon here. Whoa. There was no way he could defeat 3 of them in an instant. It would instantly be reported, and then Virgilia and even the Chester sister would dash in. Ask Shannon to help you! Though he may be able to break the bars, he would do nothing more. It was useless. Karan knew already that the witch was sneering at all kind of useless effort, so he could do nothing but stare at Kraus' repeated body slams. Jessica literally killing herself for you! Like, Jesus Christ, at least you can try! At least you can die trying! Like, you know, it's... That's frustrating. George-sama. Shannon, who had been looking at the three-sided mirror, let out a voice. They looked to see that George, who had been silent this whole time, had raised his head. It seemed that George had also decided on an answer. Have you decided? Your answer? Yeah, I've decided. And is that an unwavering answer? Yeah, it's unwavering. Let's hear it. Oh, by the way, it seemed Jessica decided to take your life option. I hope that an indecisive person like you wouldn't simply say you choose the same answer. Jessica gave her own answer. No matter which choice was that, it was Jessica's answer. It does not influence my answer in any way. I see. So, let me ask again. Among the three mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. Will he? Okay, I'm not so sure about George. George could kill everybody. 1, your life. 2, Shannon's life. 3, everyone else's life. Which have you chosen? Could it be the first one, like Jessica? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, no way he's killing Shannon. Gab looked a little surprised, because she had thought that timid-looking man like this would never choose any other option. That's nice to hear. I'm glad the most boring option for me has been removed. Then it seemed likely, but is it the second? Can you bet on Shannon's life? No. You must be joking. Why would I do that to a person I'm going to give an engagement ring to tonight? Now that is bold. Is that your answer? Yes, my answer. Is it her choice? Ooh. You know what? If Butler chose third one, I would be happy. But because George chooses it, I am not unhappy at all. Like, fuck you. You're not that interesting. Shut up and die as you're supposed to with the first choice. You literally like the most boring Shirmiya family member. You literally have no personality whatsoever. Like, you have no value to the story. I'm sorry. But it's true. George had chosen the third choice. Everyone else's lives. I also hate this sprite of George. I also love the sprite of Gab, which I want to call Bao all the time. Genshin brain. When Gab hadn't been able to imagine. Oh! Fuck, do you remember this? Do you remember when Raiden Shogun was not announced, everybody would call her Bao? But then the name Bao was never mentioned in Genshin even once. Or Bao was her sister or something, and she is not Bao, she's like some other demon. It's so annoying, but I still call her Bao. Because she's Bao in Honkai. Genshin mentioned? For some reason, sorry. Even Gab hadn't been able to imagine the answer. Really? She had been sure that he chose a number 1, just like Jessica. So she became interested in how he reacted to this answer. Okay, Butler gonna choose like option is not on the table. What's Butler's body? They are much more interesting characters than this. Can I just go to them? How he had reached an answer that defied imagination. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to read it. I want you to tell me. Tell me the perspective that makes you able to sacrifice the lives of everyone else so you and the fiancé love will be safe. Process of elimination, like Jessica? No. This is a clear and only choice for me. So, I'm right, Jack? You can sacrifice the world for a woman you love? Just what are you talking about? What? George faced the demon as he spoke, looking at her almost in disbelief. Tonight, I plan on calling Shannon to this very spot and giving her this ring as a proof of our engagement. There are probably quite few people who wouldn't celebrate an engagement between me and Shannon. I was prepared to make enemies of the entire family by announcing my engagement to her. I have been prepared since the time I came to this island. No, that's not it. Since the time I confessed to her that I wanted us to get engaged. So you can sacrifice everything else as long as you can get married? Marriage means remaining an ally to your wife for your entire life. As of that moment, I was prepared to make the entire world my enemy for your sake. Oh, she's not gonna like it. Those words, though the three-sided mirror, also reached Shannon's ears, and his determination reached her eyes. Shannon certainly had arranged with George that tonight she would be given an engagement ring. When this incident had occurred, she hadn't been able to receive the ring. But now, even though it wasn't in form of a ring, Shannon had received something even greater. As a proof of that, a single tear with the same sparkle as a diamond dripped down. What a gusty answer! Yes, if I really think about it, that's an easy decision for you. After all, your parents are already killed in the first Twilight, right? Yeah, exactly! Why now there's no one whose death would bother you. I like that the game addresses this little thing that you noticed before. I don't like that it doesn't do it all the time, but I do like it when it happens. I see, this was an easy choice. You can say whatever you want. This is my determination and my choice, personally, and as the next family head. The sparkle in George's eyes was brilliant and sharp. For just an instant, Gaum felt the same tense intimidation that Kinsey exerted, and was slightly overpowered. I see. So the same answer as Goldsmith. Despite your innocent face, you're going to become a terrible demon in the future. Yeah, he sucks. What do you know? We might get along pretty well. You will succeed, Goldsmith, and maybe one day I might even be summoned eventually to serve you. That might be surprisingly interesting. Cop needed the My nose, for some reason, gets blocked when I talk a lot. Cop needed to change her opinion on George. This man bore a determination and resolve unimaginable from the outward appearance, and had not adopted that just now, but had possessed it since the very beginning. I am prepared to inherit the headship right away. Buddy, are you not running before, in front of a car a little bit? No, that's not it. Ah! A second, I need to unblock my nose. We so back. I'm prepared. Are we? Again, sorry. I'm prepared to inherit the headship right away. No, that's not it. You told me to think as a head in a test. So I answered based on the premise that I am the head. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, even that's not it. I thought as the head himself. Right now, I am the head of the Shremia family. Buddy. Not so fast, buddy. I am impressed. I didn't expect you to be able to say so much. It seems you really are the one to be reckoned with. Butlers and Maria's tests haven't been done yet, but if you ask me, I think you should be the one to pass. But only if that's your true, unexaggerated answer, of course. Do you doubt my resolve? Can you carry out the choice you choose? Can you, right now, with your own hands, offer all the lives that exist on the island as sacrifices? With your own hands, I remind you. I can. Oh, this is good face too. Look at him, he's so mad. I hate him. He's awful. Yeah, but if Butler made the same choice, I would be, I would be okay with it. Because we already know Butler is kind of a good character, and he has good dynamic with Beatrice, but George doesn't have good dynamic with anybody. George sucks. Oh, to be fair, I did like a little moment when Beatrice, in the last episode, Beatrice and George were flying in the sky. That was nice. That was really cute. I can. Should I make his voice evil, you know? How... when characters become evil, they change their voice to like, I can. I have said several times that I have this resolve. Now he's like, bad impression of a bad man. When I return to the guest house right away and kill Butler and Maria. What? Wait. When it's done, I will bring you the other hostages. Execute each of them except Shannon before your eyes. You can do it, right? Oh, at least it's nice that George is a killer now. That's nice. I like it. I like this one. I can. My resolve is on a whole different level from yours. No, he's not changed it once. We are not going on the tropes. Then carry it out. That's for them all. Carry out this blood-stained ritual as a new head of the Ushiramiya family. It's a good opportunity, to be fair. Right? To save everybody? Understood. I'll carry it out. I'm already the head of the Ushiramiya family. Are you? Yeah, that's right. Stain the throne red by your own hands. You will become king of a netherworld, ruler of all demons. Gap was now sure. This man was truly fitting to succeed Kinzo's madness. Are you Kinzo? Like, why is everybody giving their dumb opinions? None of you are Kinzo. How's Kinzo reacting to this? Rage and storm, cry out thunder, celebrate the birth of a new demon king. The island of demons has now welcomed a new ruler. It's your opinion? Please keep it to yourself. In response to the demon's call, the tempest raged more and more. Ooh, the tempest? Like Shakespeare's play, which sucks, by the way. Then a massive lightning bolt fell. It stirred under a brilliant light, creating a feeling of just a moment of silence. So, about the order of the murders. I get to choose, right? Please, as you wish, your majesty, the new demon king of Urkejima, as your heart desires. Well, for the luck for a better option. The first one will be you, then. I hope that won't be a problem? Yeah. Okay. Huh? A gust of wind blew, stirring up George's jacket as though it was a cloak. Okay, he was a nice guy after all, whatever. It's even worse. I thought he's gonna go apeshit. It was very much like the cloak worn by the hat. It definitely gave the same impression of grandeur. At the time, Gahab certainly saw the storm wiped away and the sky covered with a pure white and vast full moon. To give him reference, bearing the full moon on his back, the man who called himself a new head sneered at the demon. Even the lives of the Ushiramiya family, all of them, are now my fortune. There will be reparations to be made for the damage that had been done to that fortune. It won't be cheap. You didn't seriously think that you can take life of my parents, Aunt Natsuhi, Uncle Rudolph, Auntie Rosa, and Genji-san, and I hoped I'd overlook it, right? Ha! Ha ha ha! You little wise guy! You little wise guy. I'm having a blast. I'm having so much fun. Rudolph has been intended to press his palm against Jessica's chest and stop your heart, but a short distance away, his heart had stopped. On the carpet at their feet, plop plop, small red flowers bloomed one after another. Did she strike Renault too? The seeds of those flowers had fallen down from high, high above, all the way from Jessica's fist, held up as though to strike the heavens. Renault's nose was stained red with spurting blood, and those drops were dripping down into the carpet. By the way, that just now was my answer as a maiden. My answer as a next head is different. Psych. Okay, it was secretary option. Fourth option, oops. Allow me to ask. The person I love, my family and my relatives. Everyone! I'll protect them. If I am the head, then that's my duty. My dad wasn't just acting self-important. He was protecting me and mom. Fighting the pressure of succeeding the Ushiramiya family for several decades. So I know, being the successor is nothing trivial. So you know what? This is easy as hell. It's easy as hell for me to risk my own life. Jessica knew. She knew that her father, in order to protect his family, was even now bluffing and fighting a startle fight. Yay, that was have a covered! Okay, that's nice. That's nice resolve. That's nice. Jessica understood something that his back had been telling her. Another left straight was burned into Renov's face. That mighty strike wasn't due just to the brass knuckle that she was using. It was a strike of a person, a family head, who could throw away everything in order to protect. If Dad lost his qualification to be successor, then I, next in line, will succeed the headship. Ooh, she's mad too. Head of the Ushiramiya family, Ushiramiya Jessica. I'm not enough of a wimp to let you keep on doing whatever the fuck you want. Wonderful answer. I shall change your score from earlier. Plus 10 for that answer. Plus 10 for the splendid left straight. Which means I only need plus 20 for a percent 100? Renova backflipped again from her and violently wiped away the blood pouring from his nose. Had become not blood but petals of a red rose. The blood of his face was wiped off, and in its place was a cream from great delight which he had last felt so many centuries ago. High schooler, by the way, that he could no longer remember just how long it had been. Your resolve, iron off, will test to see whether it is deserving of a full mark. Cram it, jackass! Come at me! Come to the abyss! What? Beneath George's feet, a pitch-black pit suddenly opened, his mouth wide. Of course, George had no way of resisting. After being swallowed up by it, George fell out of a pitch-black hole that had opened up in the ceiling of the arbor. Can I see a full sprite, pretty please? Asking for a friend? This is so... As George fell down, he was hit sharply in the gut like a precision beast strike by a reverse roundhouse kick from a stiletto heel. Launched out of the arbor, the instant George thought he was about to be swallowed by a rose bush. Another pitch-black hole opened here and swallowed George up. At this time, a pitch-black hole opened in front of Gallop at his feet, spitting the defenseless George out of it. By that time, Gab had already finished the preparatory motion for the next reverse roundhouse kick. What is this? Ooh, familiar background noise? Background sound? Good one. Good one. Can you see it? Welcome back! When they having fun, right side of a head, below the right armpit, side of a head, side of a right knee. As Gob danced and spun like a small cyclone, she kept hitting him, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, with successive roundhouse kicks. The fourth one became a sweep, cutting George's feet out from under him and making him fall down. But of course there was no floor here but a pitch black hole, and George was swallowed up once again. Gob once again spun around like a small cyclone. George likewise was once again spat out from the ceiling of the arbor. Take this and keep it as a memento, the single strike at the end of the abyss. Die! The sharp strike of Queen Bee pierced the heavens like a rising cyclone. It kicked through George's abdomen as he fell from the ceiling. And then time froze. George was pinned in midair by an upraised leg. Still pinned in midair, George moaned. Then got up with George still hung up at her foot, grinned. I'll admit it. Your attitude at least is mature. But it's no good if it doesn't come along with power. Did you know? They say you need the 3 kinds of power to rule the world. The first is influence, the second is spells. Do you know what the last one is? I read it in a book. Force, right? Correct. This is what you're lacking. Cobb finally released George by kicking him upwards one more time, adding in another roundhouse kick and smashing him into a pillar. Pillars of Eternity 2. No one will fear a monarch without influence, without wealth, or without force. Kinzo possessed all 3. This is why he regained as a tyrant. If you're going to call yourself Kinzo's successor, try showing me some of his majesty. Come on, how long have you going to lie here? Stand up. If you don't, you'll fall again, see? Not bad movement, but it feels like somewhat unsuitable for a lady. Asshole! Ducking and waving and hopping around. Aren't you gonna fight back? Quit jerking me around, you douche. Hopping? Renaud was dodging skillfully, jumping back and avoiding Jessica's fists, but he still wasn't striking him back himself. Because of his agile movements, Wait, does he have this thing in her knuckles? I don't know how it's called in English, but I know what it is. Because of his agile movements, as sweet as a flock wiping around in strong manes, Jessica's fist wasn't able to touch him. Where did she get them from? That's crazy. Amidst the feeling of her blood running hot, Jessica regained her offensive composure. Even though this room was large for a bedroom, it was too small as an area to keep such an exaggerated dodgers for long. She calmly realized that and started using not just her fists but her legs as well. Are they gonna mention that she has this on her fists? Okay. Doing boxing with just your arms make you but a half a man. Your arms can be roaring lion, burning with power, and your legs the snake, cold as ice, as it closed in its own prey. Snakes don't have legs. Very true. Okay. Great dialogue writing. Jessica began cornering Renaud towards the wall with a perfect footwork. She doesn't let him get around her. Renaud's magnificent dodges look flashy, but they needed sufficient room. Once cornered, he wouldn't be able to dodge anymore. Jessica had a good understanding of the special characteristics of her equipped weapon, the brass knuckles. Oh, it's called brass knuckles? Really? Oh my god, Knuckles! Like Knuckles from Sonic? Joke. Knuckles, forgot the third word in his name? This powerful weapon, most notable characteristic was how it didn't let the opponent defend. Even if they blocked it with their arm, their arm would receive different damage. If it hit the wrong way, it might have been break the bone. So she pressed him forward. She would block off his escape routes, and then with his fist, she would chip this demon down. Whoops! Oh, it's so snowy! It's so nice. The snowflakes are so big now. Oh, I love it, it's snowy. It's also kind of cold, so it's gonna stay. That's so nice. Such nice weather. Oh, and it's not windy, which is even better. When it's cold but it's not windy, it's the best weather in the world. Oops. Oh my, meant it? Look like I finally cornered you, huh? Where's everyone... Where is everyone being held? Where's the old bastard hiding? You tell me everything and I'll let you go with nothing more than wiping that mustache off, alright? That would be a problem. Believe it or not, it does take me an hour every morning to set this, you see? If I put you in a plaster cast, I guess you won't be able to do that. Oopsie daisy. Renault had blocked Jessica's lunged wrist with his arm. He tried to act as though it was no big deal, but he must have hurt a lot. And isn't he demon? Should he really experience the pain? Okay, I'm gonna move my mic a little bit. Beware. Oh, it was fine. It doesn't make a lot of sounds. Renault had blocked Jessica's lunged fist with his arm. He tried to act off, but it was no big deal, but it must have hurt a lot. Yeah. Jessica grinned. Renault smiled the same way. Is he? But twitched slightly. I see. That certainly does hurt. Final warning! Break down and apologize. That I cannot do. It would hurt my image. Then just break! Flurry of punches. Why are you saying this as if you're an anime character? Jessica's iron fists were pointed into Renault. But Jessica had started the impactful run and there was a sound of a breaking glass. Huh? At a glance, it looked like Renault had cut Jessica's fist in his palm. That wasn't quite true. When Renault opened his hand, a faint purple glowing barrier like a glass shield appeared here, stopping the attack by his hair's breadth. Yeah, Beata really went into her anime face this time. Putting himself together, Jessica stuck out with her fists again. But with truly magnificent movements, Renault cut all of them. I am, after all, a demon. I am at least capable of this level of magic. I must say though, you're quite good. If I were a human, I'm sure that this is where I would have admitted defeat. It is because I'm a demon that I can still continue to fight. Are you really, or just saying this so she would believe you, and you would gain power? You freaking cheater! Is that all? Are you sure that by attacking all this time you are not neglected your own defense? Huh? Oh. Renault bounced his palm to Jessica's stomach, stopping abruptly, just as a fraction away. Jessica was repelled by a purple shield, fumbled backwards, and smashed her head on a bed. My shields cannot be broken by a mere human. I suggest that you never again dream of being able to touch my body. In that case, I'll just punch straight through the shield. You're a dauntless person. That tenacity, yeah, it is truly fitting for the next family hat. Why don't it be your opponent for just a while longer? This is one of the privileges of Examiner. Share it to pieces, yeah. God looked down at George sneering. He was lying face down in the puddle of a rose garden path. This takes such a long time. We're only on episode 16. Oh, we have just 3 episodes to go. 97:39. Uh-oh. God looked down at George sneering. He was lying face down in the puddle of a rose garden path. The merciless rain beat down on him so that it looked like as though even heavens were mocking him. Stand up! You'll fall again! George stood up shakily. It seems his spirit hadn't given in, but the damage of his body was fairly significant. Back for your life! What you're doing now is the same as the first choice of choosing nothing. You choose the third choice, right? If you get down on your knees and kneel and apologize, I'll forgive your rudeness towards me. Then I'll guide you down to the dungeon. There, your beloved Shannon and your own powerless self, you will kill the other hostages one by one. You can do it, right? You did boast about having that resolve. George didn't answer, but his gaze was still obstinately resisting surrender. If you are too Obstinate. Then this time you really will fall to the deepest depths of the abyss. Lob's strength was undeniable. There was no doubt the challenge group watching through the 3 slides mirror understood that. Probably even more clearly than George himself. Yeah, you guys only believing in them, give them power or something, I don't know. George-sama, please, that's enough. You don't have to do this for someone like me. Listen. If you didn't fall in love with me, you wouldn't have to fight with anyone, right, George-sama? Just don't, please, just abandon me. Please forget me. There was no way for that voice to reach George, but even so, George answered. No way. I won't surrender. Huh? Why? Because this is my resolve. I'll fight everything for Shannon's sake, and I'll make everything accept us. And everything bless us. Hey, tell me something. How can you go as far with a furniture called Shannon? She's just a good for nothing, isn't she? Furniture for the garbage that doesn't even make a satisfactory waitress. I won't permit any more insults against the woman I love. So are you going to do about it? How is a weak kid like you going to fight against me? Loving someone is a strength. I was able to become strong because I learned that feeling. Shannon, I love you. With just those words, I can stand back up over and over again. Full on anime. Beato really did it again. Shannon's in the dungeon, you know? No good professing your love to me. No, she hurt. Because that is love. Shannon can hear my words right now. She actually can. The reason I can believe that is because of love. This guy. Shannon, you are not furniture. Even if you were, you would be my alone. The only furniture for me in the world. You're not gonna use any other chairs. I want you to be close to me all my life. I need you, always and forever. George-sama. I'm jealous. He surprised my husband in smooth talking. This is youth. Yes. Low strength? Then why are you so weak, boy? Is that means your love is also that weak then, I guess? Your love for your fiancé is weak. Your parents' disappointingly quick deaths were weak. Everything about your life is weak, so true. She knows. I really need to pee. Let me go pee real quick and pour myself my water. I'll be right back. or to be a woman, and you don't need to cut off your nails because, you know, long nails equals femininity or something. So I don't need to cut my nails every fucking week if I want them to be short. That's so nice. Sorry. Oh, I just hate cutting nails. Okay. Oops. Shannon tells me about love and strength. If you insist upon measuring my love for Shannon by my strength alone, then let me teach you about my love. Nice words. Now I get it. So you say that the way can still stand up after being kicked down so many times to the strength you receive from Shannon. In that case, what did you reserve from your mother or father who were killed without a fight? Suddenly, there was a blackout. Outside? No! This is... Then the thing blocking Gob's vision was the bottom of George's shoe. Fuck you! You see this shit? What is this on? You see this shit? You see how the artist didn't want to draw a hand and they just hit it behind leg? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So annoying. Sidekick. Nasan bow fractured. Nasal bone fractured. Oh, because your mom was like a martial artist, no? It was stopped right in front of the tip of Gob's nose. The thing you got from mother was this kick. Yeah. After several moments delay, Gob jumped back. Of course it was too late. If George hadn't stopped, he probably would have caused exactly the damage he had announced. And that I've got for mother is patience. Anger with low boiling point isn't something to be truly feared. True anger is cultivated through patience. I understand your declaration of violent intent. I also understand your defamation of my fiancé and my parents. And you have no intention of retracting any of this? You... I have sufficient understanding of your attacks now. If you're ready, may I fight back? Enough of your sick talk, bucko! A pitch-black hole opened its mouth and George's feet. But George rapidly opened his legs, straddling the hole. The same move wouldn't work again. It was an extremely light dodge, but the upper part of his body didn't even quiver. Patience means not losing your cool and instead composedly researching your opponent's moves. For what purpose? Isn't it obvious? Do you know? No, I don't. It's to counter, to give back exactly what you got, and make them never want to mess with you again. To make them cover their face in tears and snot and forget to wipe it out. To make them want to rub their forehead on the ground and apologize over and over. To completely, perfectly, thoughtfully pulverize them until they can't get up. Sadistic. This is so funny. I love them. This is awesome. George dashed. Pits opened one after another, but George would not step in them again. And because she persisted in that move, Gob was captured for a second time. Reverse roundhouse, jaw fractured. It was stretched out more forcefully and beautifully than Gob's had been. Of course, when it centered directly on Gob's face, it stopped a hair breadth away. Perhaps she couldn't rely on the pitfalls at this close range. Gob kicked at George's shins as a diversion, and in an instant of weakness when he tried to deal with it, she aimed a kick at his stomach. It was a bee-like stab by her stiletto heels. Why are we doing this? Who thought? Yeah, I'm gonna write a fighting scene here. Jesus Christ. But it sliced through the air where George was no longer. High X kick. Collarbone fractured. Ooh. The duality of kicks. Hold on. I do all it's here. Amazing, amazing. You know. From beside Gab, George calmly announced that his foot still rised. In that monarch's heel has been sand down, a collarbone fracture would have been an understatement. This guy's stronger than me at close range? Near distance. Why is the Shremia family are insane people who can fight with fucking their feet and hands? Jesus Christ. What about Butler and Maria? What are they doing? She jumped and leaped and even backflipped, increasing the distance between them. Why is everybody can do a backflip? It should have been magnificent, but for some reason it looked very similar to the movements of a small, scared animal. If she opened the distance, she could fight at a range that was her specialty, using a mixture of pitfalls and kicking techniques. Is there an umineko fighting game? Is this what this was about? To make a base for umineko fighting game? You fool! Regret the arrogance of passing on 3 chances to defeat me in the depths of the abyss! Huh? Oh, that was good, huh? Gab landed beautifully and tried to aim at the pitfall when a razor sharp wind cut her bangs. Yeah, cut them. And twice. 3 haircut? This time it didn't just stop a hair breadth away, but scarred her bangs with its air pressure. Armando con martello. Orbital blow at fracture with his first strike. Cerebral contusion with the second strike. Gab was too shocked to speak. Gertrude closed all the distance in an instant and let off a fearsomely nimble midair double kick. Furthermore, with the accuracy the edge of a razor, it had cut nothing more than a few of her bangs. Along the power of the kicks from karate, speed from taekwondo, and freedom of range from capoeira. Mother had always tried something new, but it was very educational being able to study her various merits. Okay, as you say. Well, where did she hit? Because I'm a woman? You spoke of a force as a monarch's third power. It looked like you still mistaken the meaning of that force. In this situation, force doesn't mean hastily wielding violence. It refers to a deterrent, the knowledge that if someone opposes the monarch, the person won't get away unharmed. A deterrent? That was the point. That was why all of George's attack up until then had stopped just before the blow. These bare misses, which were more difficult and hidden directly, had all been performed so Oh! I thought she dodged them all the time, but no, he specifically didn't hit her. Well, he's a coward and a loser for this? What the fuck? She literally killed his own family. Excuse you? And any one of them would probably have crushed Gab in a single hit if George had wished it. He was deliberately not doing that. You said it yourself, right? Force is a power to rule. If you destroy your opponent with force, you won't be able to rule them, right? A monarch's force is something that is only shown. It does not destroy. He makes others submit and adds them to their own fortune. If you back out on me, I won't be able to make you guide me to where everyone is being held. Gab had to admit it. She had to admit that George understood force is the truest sense. You take me to where everyone is. I would otherwise against resisting. I won't hold back anymore. Sorry, Leah. Let me borrow your troops. This guy's too much for me alone to handle. Fucking Conan, who has magical powers, is losing. Is gonna lose against them, but George not going to? As a large pitch black hole opened in the sky, tank, 3 muscular goat attendants fell over. They surrounded George. Reinforcements? I wonder if I should take this to mean that you retract your statement about me being weak. I admit it. I made light of your power, the power of humans. No. This is the strength of a man who had come to know love. What a tripe! How can you say stuff like this with a straight face? Oh, she has a manicure. That's a nice manicure. Calm goats. Crushes man into meatballs. Those goats are stupid, but it looks like they at least have power. I'll make it so even though your fiancé won't be able to recognize your corpse. You refuse to surrender and intend to continue fighting. Understood. I proclaim that henceforth you will receive real harm proportioned to your own attacks. If you still plan on attacking me, I suggest you prepare to receive a great deal of damage. When George proclaimed it, a faint red magic circle rose up around him. But it seemed that George couldn't see it. Oh, a Charanduin. Okay. However, God being a demon could. Magic? Why does this guy have a defensive barrier? And what's more, it's specialized for counterattacks? Is this what you mean by a deterrent? From a demon's perspective, that might have been magic. But in George's eyes, it was determination. Ooh! It was absolute determination that would show no mercy to anyone who wished for future fightings, and force them to prepare for a significant counterattack. Absolute determination becomes magic. Does it? Does it though? Okay, magic is insane in this universe. It makes me think it's not real. I wanna sneeze. Oh, I wanna sneeze so bad. It takes so long! Ranov had been accurately blocking Jessica's fists with his shield, but something felt odd. Even though he was certainly stopping the blows with his shield, he felt his arm beginning to strain and ache. All physical damage should have been shut off. However, the damage from her fist was gradually being... Sorry, I hiccuped. Was gradually being transmitted to his arm and was accumulating. Ranov had acted like he was composed so that he wouldn't be noticed. Haha, I'm not gonna let burn out. What's wrong, old man? Straits to get a little tough? No matter how much you attack, it's useless. You can now understand that you cannot break my shield. Saying that is not going to stop me hitting you. No matter how hard someone hurt is, words are gonna get through to them a little bit each time, and eventually you can make a crack. I believe it. Oh, it's Beatrice's tactic. I believe that there is no such thing as useless effort in this world. Ooh. Isn't this why we live? To the fullest. If words get through eventually, then the same goes for fists. I don't know the meaning of the word give up. So true, bestie? Oh, she's mad. Those words were probably aimed at Canon. Canon had technically rejected Jessica's words, but Jessica knew that, no matter how obstinate her heart was, those words would eventually soak through. And she believed that surely the day would come when she would understand her heart and stop calling himself furniture, and disregarding himself, and step out into his new life. So Jessica wouldn't give up. She wouldn't lose heart. Sound dumb as hell, huh? I'll bet it makes no sense to a guy like you, does it? See? A girl love doesn't think about giving up because it's useless. At this time, Renov certainly saw the red-hot burning glow of lights surround Jessica's fists. Both of those are red. This is problematic. Enchanted, are they? Permutation update. That will be troublesome. Within her relentless fists and this determination, dwelling the power to succeed no matter what. From a demon's perspective, this was magic. Was it? Was it? Absolute determination becomes magic. See? Nothing useless about it. My fists are making it through, aren't they? I actually love this part when there is like murder mystery. That's nice. When there is murder mystery and instead of like shaking in fear and people being killed one by one, they're just, oh, I'm gonna fight you with my fists, anime style, and they're just doing it. That's funny. That's funny. They already did it before, but you know, this time it's even more like comical. That's fun, you know. Reverse of expectations? I forgot how to say it properly. Aren't they? You're guiding your arm, old man. It seems I have to get a little more serious. It appears as if you said, in this world, nothing is useless. That's right. If you give up saying something useless, that's when your life is friggin' over. I'll get through to him. Definitely. I'm an idiot, so this is the only way I can live. But even so, I believe that one day I will definitely be able to teach Karan-kun about a new world. So I'm not going to buckle in a place like this. I'll definitely feed you. We didn't saw Beatrice in a long time, huh? I'll definitely feed you and save everyone. Ooh, new crow's face just dropped. That's a good face. I like the other ones more. Damn it. If I could just open a hole! Huh? Kraus was repeating his useless efforts and trying to somehow open a hole between the metal bars. Useless. There is nothing useless. There is nothing... The lookout goats had been swallowed up by those black pits and disappeared. Oh! That was their do-or-die chance! Kanan, come on! It was their only chance to break the bars. Stop it! It's impossible, Kraus-san! We can't do anything about them with our own bare hands. Let's look for a tool, don't waste time on the impossible. If you give up saying it's useless, then it's all over. That's what my daughter said. Even if it's impossible for my body, as long as a small person like Shannon and Karan could make it through. At this stage, action is more important than racking our brains. Let's put our strength together. I'll join in too. Karan-kun, your boy. Lend a hand. Karan-kun? Crow-sama, please stand back. What? What are you thinking of? It's alright, isn't it, Nessan? If we try struggling just one more time. Yeah, I'll struggle once more as well. No, not once. Over and over again. Jessica's voice had reached Kanan. It was certainly permitted into a stone-cold heart. And George's voice had reached Kanan. If the love he had shown was embodied by strength, she would have to respond in the same way. An incredible metallic sound rang out. The first flash cut horizontally through several of the metal bars, and with the next flash, they had cut through horizontally again, causing them to clatter to the ground like a bamboo sprout cut by the sword. Kraus, Curie, and Nanji didn't even have a clue about what had just happened. Whatever, guys, just go, 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 go! Dr. Nanji, which way down the corridor to the mansion? Yes! It's to the left at the back, to the left at the back! Let's go, everyone! We'll be noticed by Virgilia-sama any time now. You two... What in the world are you? We are... When Kanan hung his head a little and fluttered, Shannon slapped his shoulder, smiled and spoke. We are furniture! We are human! Yay! Yuppie! That's a nice one. Virgilia-sama! Response from Warning Network, jailbreak! The god guards aren't here for some reason! Why? It's Gob, isn't it? Taking on sounds without asking. Gob! Gob! Confirm rules of engagement. Rule of permission to fire at the escapees, ma'am. Do it! Kill them! Kill! Gob, 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 gob! What is she doing? Understood, ma'am. 4-5, 4-1-10, preparing for sniper's pursuit combat. Armor type, guided cluster rounds. Virgilia-sama, the escape prevention barrier. Oh, is this new room? Oh, wow. Yes, right. Haha, I will let you escape from here. Oh, I bit my tongue saying gub. Whoa, Virgilia is like woman loser. I respect it. Is this the same place where gold is, or are they just reusing assets to say that it's kind of the same location? As they ran down the underground passage, the path in front of them was once again blocked by metal bars. The door was, of course, locked. However, that was no problem for them now. Kanan, more metal bars! We need you! Yes, Crow-sama. That's incredible, though. I wonder if you can tell me what kind of principle it works on. I'm not interested in principles. The only thing that's important is that he can sever the metal bars and we can escape from here. Don't get distracted, Kanan. Just do it. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Kanan sliced the metal bars again with a red tail, but there was a harsh, strange noise, and only a slight scratch was left on the metal bars. Goodness! There's a sturdy. No, it's enchanted. It's Virgilia-sama magic lock. Can you cut through it? Of course, but it will take time. I'll give you 3 minutes. After taking a deep breath and forcing his concentration, Kanan once again extended his sword trailed red. When he pressed it hard against the metal bar, sparks sprayed, almost as though he had burning through them with a blowtorch. It looked like cutting it is possible, but it's going to make us work for it. Crow-sama, we've been locked on by an enemy. Please move back. Huh? Pursuers? There's no one coming. Please, get behind me. They're aiming for us. 45, data received. Target acquired. Corrected the terrain. Is this round bunny? Forming firing curve, controlling point adjusted. Data link to 412. 412, data received. Checking danger zone, no problems. 00, loading 48 sub-rounds, individually homing F and F. Guided cluster rounds, ready. 45, firing preparation complete. I always forgetting which one was which. Guided cluster rounds loaded. 410, firing! A golden arrow has sparked the gold that fired, leaving a gold trail steaming behind. It drew a curve, went through the door, rode the keyhole down the stairs, towards the underground path at full speed. Something shone! You can block the gold arrow with shield. Karan-kun, prepare to intercept. Let's link. Gatekeeper, understood. It's been a long time since I fought alongside you, Nessan. Don't screw up. Oh, what a bitch! Yeah, I'll give everything I've got. Then we'll be fine. Karan stopped cutting the bars and stood in front of Shannon. Behind him, Shannon closed her eyes, concentrating her mind, focusing deep into the darkness of the underground path. I just like the sound. A guided cluster round in a special kind of arrow made up of 45 sub-rounds bound together. It exposes mid-fight and drives into 48 mini arrows. Whatever. The strength of each individual one is low, but they pierce through all shields and possess total lethality against ground troops. And on top of that, each one of the 48 possesses autonomous guidance towards their individual targets. I don't like the sounds. It's shown. It's divided. Checking guided cluster round divisions. 4, 6, 7, 8, 48 sub-rounds, all locked acquired. Interception control, data linked to Kanan. Kanan, data received. Your ability is incredible, Nessan. I can see all 48. Observed interception priority ordering. Trust your Nessan. Of course. I don't even need to open my eyes. Commence interception. Target's unharmed! It was intercepted! Yeah, all 48? Hahaha. Sean and Kanan are ordinarily a furniture pair, you see? They're strong when they're together. Oh, whoa. I wonder if it's going to become a mouse ulcer. What? Come down, reload. Updating ammo type. Precision lightspeed sniper rounds. Prepare for precision sniping. Sounds good, Nya. Impossible to intercept super high speed rounds. Impossible to defeat against former gatekeeper, Nya. Precision sniping understood. Commencing connections of precision firing data. Whoops. What in the world was it just now? Don't worry, I'm as clueless as you. All I know is that we'll be dead if it hadn't relied on those two. Karan-kun, thanks. Go back to the metal bars. Next will probably come a shot that you can't intercept. How do we block against such an attack? We won't let them shoot. Karan-kun, spirit particle combat, guide yourself. With those words, Karan closed his eyes tightly and clenched his teeth. With Sharon at the center, a pressure and impact blasted out that could only be perceived by those humans. By not humans. Brr. Huh? Firing system error! No good, rebooting! Huh? Spirit wave jammering, spirit particle protection, move it! What are you doing? Cover your eyes, 45! An unseen, unheard impact blasted towards the Chester sisters. 00 and 4110 crouched down covering their eyes, but 45 didn't make it in time. Still sounding bolt urgent, your eyes rolled inside your head. Q. 45 damaged! Your complier engine kaput! Yeah, the noise is horrible to me too, yeah. 45, 410, and 00. Damaged. Abandoning sniping. Ugh, it came straight through the link. I have to reboot. Wasn't their spirit particle sensitivity for precision sniping had backfired. They had taken the full blunt of a spirit particle shock. I have no fucking clue what's going on. They had taken full brunt of a spirit particle shock wave Shami had released, and not only 45 who had been hit directly, but also 00 and 0110 who had been linked with her were taken down. Are you alright? I'll make you some more delicious black tea later, okay? Hold together! My apologies, ma'am. We'll reboot. Please wait a few 100 seconds. What if Chester's sisters collapsed? So there are not guns? I mean, there are guns, but there are some modern guns or something? They would probably get back up eventually, but it looks like it would be hard for them to return to the battle lines for a while. So, furniture was able to repel weapons. You've poor but a moment. Oh, she's gone mad. I see. The plot which enters the child truly filled with unexpected turns. The Gila tore the air with a large motion, as though opening a door. Calm your eyes, court attendants. It's time for work. Killer captures the escapees. Corpses are fine. We can just revive them anyway. A gold-colored door opened in the air, and countless giant goats with muscular bodies peeked their faces out. Come now, hurry. There are 5 escapees, so the fastest 5 of you win. There will be a wonderful prize. Come on now. Go for it, go for it. Vijaya clapped your hands, urging them on. A prize? After glancing at each other at those words, the ghosts rushed to the door at once, trying to get out, making the exit as tight a squeeze as the trains during the commuter's rush? Don't know what it means. It's like in DuckTales. Each wanted to get out first, so none of them could get out. Virgilia had your head in frustration. By the time Karen had managed to cut just enough bars to make a gop that could be slipped through. It proves a bit of work for Kraus, large as he was, and Nanjo, whose waist was nearly his downfall. But even so, they all managed to make it through. But their relief at getting through was short-lived. Immediately another set of metal bars blocked the way in front of them. The security sure is tough, but they weren't really wanting the people in here to escape. God, I'm sorry, but I'll have you to ask you again. I'm sure it's tough to you, but please. There was sweat on Khan's forehead. You could tell at a glance that cutting metal bars, which had been made even more solid by magic, was exhausting him considerably. Yeah, Leave it to me, Krausama. Only you can do it. Please, we're counting on you. Only he could do it, holding tightly onto those words. Karan concentrated his mind again and once more set himself his task of cutting the bars. Enemies are coming from behind! Multiple! Yeah, this time we can tell. The ground's really shaking. I can tell that some terrible monsters are rushing at us. Don't worry. I'll seal the bars we just came through with magic lock. Goats won't be able to break it. Shanna held her own head towards the bars they had come through. But she stopped right away. What is it? Chilia-sama has started neutralizing the spirit we're jamming. It'll be bad if it's broken. We'll lose the initiative once the Jester sisters are rebooted. I'll make you pay in full for bullying these cute rabbits. If you're trying to gain the advance with those crafty little spirit particles, I'll tear all that off and rob you of them. Nesan, concentrate on the spirit wave jamming. The gaps in those bars is too narrow for those goats. It should hold them back for a while. I don't have a clue what you're saying, but... Oh, I need a break. Oh my god, but I don't know if we're gonna finish it today. This chapter is too long. Not only it's too long, nothing actually important happening. Okay, 5-minute break. It is what it is. I need to sit silent for a second. Okay, now I'm there. Does this have the same core progression as Mortal Kombat Team? Hmm. And my hand all in salt. Jesus. My tummy feels heavy. I ate too much food. I cooked some potatoes and caramelized some onions and just ate potatoes with onions, which was really nice. Oh, and I also have a lot of greens. Such a simple but filling meal. I love potatoes. And I still didn't sneeze. At least got the point that it's something pretty bad. Creepy picked up a metal bar that Conan had just cut. Ooh. For some reason it became kinda hard to read. It's fine. Phew. Oh, I really want to finish today. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna finish today. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I have an hour and a half for 100 hours. Jesus. Kitty picked up a metal bar that Conan had just cut. Kraus had no weapon, but he rapped his fist, and the two of them glared into the depth of the underground passage, where the shaking had come from. I believe this set of bars will final thing blocking the way. How far is it to the mansion from here? Quite a walk. The path is even, but I seem to remember walking for 30 minutes. So, if we run flat out, it'll be half the time. They couldn't tell for sure since they didn't have the three-sided mirror, but there was no guarantee that George and Jessica could hold out against Demon's opponents for all this time. If we run this twice walking speed, it'd be 15 minutes, and running it at twice the speed again would make it 18 minutes. 8 minutes. If we sprint flat out at double that speed again, it would even take 5. No sweat. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. What an unreasonable calculation. But calculation is dire mentioned C do tend to be this way. My sincere apologies, everyone, but the rest will be up to you. Leave it to us. Conan, you got these bars as fast as you can. Sharon, you concentrate on jamming the switch called Virgilia or whatever. Kiri-san and I will defend against the pursuers. When the roars of beasts ran out from the darkness, numerous fiery, glowing, bright-eyed eyes appeared. Can we cut out this scene and go to Butler and Maria? The goats rushing towards them. With thunderous force were several levers more massive than a guard had been. The tremors they created were almost like an earthquake. The power and terror were tremendous, but Curie instead laughed with relief. Those massive bodies wouldn't be able to go through the gap in the bars. This is funny. The group of goats crashed into the metal bars with a terrific sound like that of a train colliding with a dead end. Clumps of dirt filled there and there from the ceiling, and you could tell that the metal bars had bucked upward. The force of their change must have been no different from the train. If the metal bars hadn't been here, they would undoubtedly be swallowed by the 5 of them up and crush them in an instant. When the group of goats pressed up against the metal bars realized that the 5 were right in front of them, they let out a terrible howl, trying to intimidate the 5. Although it was hard to tell whether that was intimidation or because of a pain from being pursued and shot. Once calmed down amongst them, one calm goat amongst them figured out that it just needed to do something about the metal bars, and grabbed 2 of them with the massive arms and began to bend them as though opening double doors. Kitty sharply jabbed your metal paw at the goat's vitals. The goat let out a roar of anguish. It probably hurt a lot, but that was all. It wasn't enough to bring it down. Crow-san! Roar. Still holding the stuck-in metal Paul Curie relinquished the opposite tip to Kraus. Kraus ran here with all his might, leapt into the air and kicked it with all his weight and kicking power combined. All of the destructive power was focused on a single pole, drilling it in. Are you alright? Please interrupt the affected area. I shall prescribe some medicine later. Take care. The goat who had taken a pile bunked his vitals right with the teary eyes. It nodded its head. Look like our link isn't that bad either. We can let Chan and Kanakun beat us. Naturally, we're a loving family, after all. We could take them in 2-1. Next. That one, and alright. Roger. You seem like a great wife, that Rodolphe. I'm starting to think you grumble a little too much. Aww, you have to tell me about this later. What the fuck? Rodolphe-san, it's no use you turning white in heaven. It's too late for excuses. Oh my god, are we still here? The goat's massive body stung into the rose bush. Even taking into account that a leg's power is 3 times of that arm's, this strength surpassed common sense. That massive body flipping up and through the air from being kicked in the chin is sports too epic. Even George seemed a little surprised. To think that my kicks works on monsters too. Oops, sorry. I'm astonished. It's because of your counterattack into a barrier. The attack power that Geist used added to your own. So superhuman power of those monsters had been added to your kicks. I don't really get it, but isn't this just perfect for me? If you're going to attack me, then no matter who you are, you should be prepared for a counterattack of equal measure. Non-aggressive defense. That's exactly my policy. That's why Gob couldn't easily touch him. The counterattacking type barrier had no defensive power. However, because its counterattacking characteristics, it could be used in defense by making the opponent hesitate to attack. Oops. Can you not? Okay. The goats were foolish, so they attacked without worrying, but the effect was being realized at the fool against Gob. This guy is really a doll. When your power is even, it's better to be of a smaller build. He lightly dodged long, log-like arm. When that arm touched the barriers that protected George, it let out a strong red light, and a tip of a foot that was counterattacking gained the same shine, and the superhuman power of the goat was added to George's own. The second goat fell towards and floated in the air for a second. Then George's next roundabout kick missed right over the fallen goat's head. For an instant, the goat hoped to get away with his life. But no, a heel had dropped on his back of his head and it was forced to kiss the ground. Gone from a high roundhouse kick into a nary chuggy is pretty basic, right? It connects pretty often if you don't ever use it. This guy's a problem. Seriously, a problem. Demons? Witches? Get real. The rules of Rokajima the Ushirimiya family. I will teach that you wish everyone's strength of it didn't but whatever. You. The only way to finish off a... I'm losing my mind. The only way to finish off George now was his body was wrapped up in a counterattacking type barrier, was to not allow him to counterattack. Next time she sucked him into the abyss, she would have to kick and drop him, kick and drop him, kick and drop him, until she kicked him to death. But George had already perfect reading the faint warning signs and saw the appearance of God pitfalls. If he manages to jump over that next pit, and this time he would probably pulverize Gob's head with his windmill-like kicks without holding back in the slightest, just as it had been done to his parents. She was able to envision the scene vividly. It was far too late now, but Gab cursed Kinzo all the same for calling her out to this ridiculous island. Renault finally started using both of his hands to form his shield. Without a more powerful shield, he won't be able to completely block Jessica's fists anymore. The attachments of Jessica's fists grew more and more fought. The permission upgrade had already slugged several times, and those fists had also been given an impact upgrade, a piercing upgrade, and a speed upgrade, making them fists worthy to fight on a par with a demon. What's wrong? Starting to get tired? You're getting all slow. No, your movements, thoughts, and kinetic vision have been exponentially adjusted. My movements have not changed from the beginning. Your movements are beginning to capture me. You still won't fight back? This is a style which I insist upon. However, I cannot allow things to continue as they are. It's about time to get serious and end this. Renov's face turned to an expression he had never shown before. It was truly demonic, and to Jessica's eyes full of respect, because it was an expression only shown to enemies strong enough to make him get serious. Show me? Should be a good face? We already saw this one, no? Whoa! What the heck? With a whole body gesture that you couldn't call elegant, Renov set up a shield with all his strength, the size and the thickness of a wall. Its darkness was nothing like a shield, it was literally a wall. It was a wall. And on top of this, with all of Renov's magical power, it pushed Jessica back bit by bit. Did he plan on pushing her back against the wall and crushing her to death? Jessica tried to break through the wall with both fists, but it was solid. Without any exaggeration, it was solid. You call this serious? No problem, I'll break right through it. I will not let you this time. This wall is somewhat different. Here, allow me to enchant it as well. Renault made magic signs with his fingers, almost like a ninja. The wall glowed red for just an instant and became imbued with some kind of ominous power. Almost immediately, Jessica also gained a first-hand understanding of this. Every time she pounded her fist against the wall, pain rebounded upon her as though the glass fragments had scattered and hit all over her body. I upgraded with the attack reactive armor, an exceptional item which will decrease the force of your attack by counterbalancing them, and can even counterattack with the reactive fragments. You are perfectly welcome to keep pushing it, but doing so will affect you as well. So it's an endurance test between you and the wall? Fine by me. Will you fall on your knees first, or be pushed into the wall first? Allow me to observe. Oh, I may break through it and smash the whole wall alone with your face. You ever think about that? Just watch me! Without hesitation, Jessica slammed both fists into the wall. Each time she did, a large amount of shards scattered, tormenting her body all over. Countless red cuts soon appeared all over her body. She grimaced at the intense pain, but her eyes were burning with fighting spirit, and her lips curved in a grin exactly the opposite of a pain. Kanan, are you done yet? We alright. But I can't say the same for the bars holding those guys in check. Just a little more. There is no end to this, guys. This bar must break just from them showing each other. The metal bars crackled under the strain of a group of goats. Several arms grabbed the bars, twisting them with superhuman strength. However, some bars were being pulled in opposite direction by different hands. Apparently, they really were stupid. The way those countless hands were grabbing the metal bars happened so much by chance. Several hands grabbing two metal bars neatly pulled their power together and pulled the bars to the left and right, creating an opening. The incredible sound of metal bending could be heard, and that gap was even larger bit by bit. They attacked the arms of those goats one by one, but they weren't getting anywhere. They couldn't stop the gap from expanding left and right. Yeah, I'm rushing. A loud metallic sound came from behind them. Karan had finally finished cutting. Quickly! Kiri-san, ladies first. You next, Dr. Nanja. Krausama, please leave this place to me. What? Karan's red sword, which had hit cuts through metal bars, disappeared. Sorry. We entered Virgilia-sama's spirit parrot combat area of influence. Our magic power is being neutralized. Purgatory Catastrophe Rhapsody. I'm impressed that you pull up such a fight against a great witch like me. We can no longer use magic in this underground passage. Magic Circle column drew complex magical formulate along Virgilia. With such a full-fledged magic being used, Sharon's power couldn't even complete. On the contrary, it was surprising that she understood as much as she had. Spirit particle superiority ensured. Calm, Chester sisters, now it's your turn. Wait, are you still rebooting? Why are you kids so bad at waking up these days? My apologies, ma'am. We all different versions? Why is it that the shortcut didn't pull down? Menus get all screwed up every time you change visions, nya? Did not shut down successfully last time? Administration privileges? What is all this nonsense? His kids just found like some time traveling technology, and with this technology who just manifested to us as a bunny girls, he trying to kill his family or something. And Ushiramiya family wealth is not gold, it's like technology from modern times. That's why Anji is in a plot or something. Look you! Fix me quickly, wah! Calling Imperial Guards troubleshooting. What? You won't tell us without a user code? 45 is in control of a user code, nya. All I can hear is Q. Ooh. Have you write it on some paper? Your language support system isn't come back up, so she can't even write, nya. Is just no. She was like, fuck those. You take your time fixing yourselves. I'll go myself. Sorry. The narrow underground passage was packed with goats, truly like a commuter train in the morning. Virgilia was again in disbelief at this congression. What are you doing? Huh? You want to be first because you want a prize? We're getting in each other's way because you don't want each other to steal the prize from you? You stupid goats! I'm going myself, so open the way. What? You don't want to? Virgilia-sama is trying to steal the prize? Why are you forming a scrum? Fucking Looney Tunes episode. Bet you really did this. Oh, it's so cramped and tight. Why did this become a goat-only car? Whoever just touched my butt, get off the next station. Huh? What do you want? Come this way, you say? The 5 people in Crow's group dashed through the passageway with all their strength. They couldn't afford to dwindle around on the ground. They had to quickly join up with the children on the surface. Once everyone was together, there would no longer be anything to fear. Just then, a terrible rumble started closing in from behind. Had the pursuers finally made it through the metal bars? But they couldn't see anyone when they turned around. But that rumble and the dirt falling here and there from the ceiling grew closer and closer, finally catching up with them and even going past them. It felt almost like they had been passed by goats. The instant after they thought that nothing had happened, the ceiling in front of them fell in, and a single goat stood in their path. Virgilia was sitting on its shoulder. Cute. These wise children knew a shortcut. What a good kid. You get the prize. Later, I'll treat you to some homemade mackerel curry. Okay, I don't know how it works. She somehow got manifested by Kumasawa? I mean... Huh... Maybe it really was happy, even to receive such a dubious prize. The massive goat showed its joy by putting its hand together and wiggling. Vegeta leaped down laughing that now is finally a checkmate. Damn, that's no good. Our magic has been completely killed. It's too early to give up. Even without magic, we still have our bodies. Don't be ridiculous. There is no way you could fight a monster like this without a strange power. Stay back, children. I'll handle this them somehow, so you escape past the monsters while I'm keeping him busy. I won't let you. Vegeta clapped her hands, and a puzzle magic barrier appeared behind her, stealing even the fair hope that Kraus had been betting on. There is nothing more to be done? No, there is still a chance. Even Jessica thought I must do the same. Are you serious? It's not possible, not against the most massive monster. I wonder what Butler and Mari are doing. I wonder what Beatrice is doing. And Angie. Don't be absurd. Crow-san, let us think of another way. I'm definitely not finishing today. If you think of something, I'm open to suggestion. Until then, it looked like I'll have to manage something. Come on, get back. Be careful. My, Kraus. You intend to fight this child alone? You never know. In a fight, it's always possible to get a lucky shot. So you can win even with a fluke? Allow me to explain the situation for you, since you clearly don't know your place. What? Assuming you were to wield hundreds of your strength, your power level is almost at 6. In comparison, this child has a power level of 1,000. 1? In short, even if there was 1,000 of you, you can never win. Well, it's true that there are uncertain elements in the fight, I will admit. Oops. Well, I'm sure certain elements in the fight will admit that your power level has a slight scaling factor to it. But even so, your chances of hitting him are around perhaps 0.0001%. Do you understand? You don't even have in one of a 10,000 chance of victory. What are we counting? Every time she says when? Vegeta and the goats got together. Damn it. If it's 1 in a 10,000 chance, then the payoff will be 10,000 times more, will it not? A good dark horse. I like betting tickets like that, make me want to buy them. But the coin to buy that is your life, and there is only one of those, you know? Nevertheless, I can understand the feeling of wanting to entrust your fate to that miracle. Which is why the praise of your courage for standing against us without fear should give you a bit of handicap. This childless fight was only his left arm. Well, even so, I can imagine for a moment that he'll lose to you. What is this? What are those numbers? Those drive me crazy. Seriously. What is this thing that kept going bing bong bing? Oh, she knows! Very well. I'll accept the challenge. Left arm or whatever else, I'm sure will be killed with a single strike in this case. I can also only have a single chance to strike. I can only bet everything on that. That's absurd, Kraus-sama. I know that you used to do boxing, of course you did. But I believe that this was from your college days. No. Even if there were a pro boxer here, there is no way he could defeat a monster like this with just one strike. That would be true if it were matched in the ring, but Kraus-san does have an admitted small chance that he can set his hopes on. He's setting all his hopes on this one chance. You are insane, but there's no way it's going to work. Crow-sama. Watch me. I'll settle this with a single strike. How nice. I know what you got in for. The distance between the two of them is more than 10 meters. If the goat and the crow both step in all their strength to settle the fight with a single blow, their powers will be double the norm. Both will crash together, so it will be relatively 4 times normal. Even so, on top of that, the strike miraculously landed with weak points of a crucial hit that would only double the power. In short, Crow's maximum power level of 6 times 8, with the cap out at 48 at the most. He might just barely able to win if he repeated this lucky shot at the full 20 times. Ho ho ho, if you killed every time you take a hit, then your damage hit accumulates. Let's see, perhaps you could finally win when we get to episode 24? Fuck you. Fuck you! I can't believe this bitch! Oh, she made it. Oh. Why am I wasting my time reading all of this shit? I hate fan service like this. I know it's meta, but just bring me to the plot again, please. I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to finish today this game. This part of the game. This arc. Only the series could stretch out for so long. Either way, you don't even have the slightest chance of it. Is this every time she says you don't have a chance or something? Good gracious, what is it being born I keep hearing? I'll be betting everything in the single strike. You have no reason to hold back either. Give it everything you've got. He's requesting that you go all out. Pulverize him with a single all-out strike and turn him into a chunk of meat. As the goat got excited and beat his chest over and over, it took a portion of as though preparing for the sprint. Is this what you're hoping for? Strike your hopes on your greatest power level in despair, and even that was reached at all. It pinned again! This thing is really getting on my nerves. What is it? Here I come. Ready? The goat roared in response. Then with a much sighing that only a man confronting each other could comprehend, the two leaped forward like a bullet shot out of a gun. Out of a gun, you say? The men howled, crafting the strength from all over their bodies onto the arm each. The goat's fiery, glowing eyes clearly locked into Krause's face. He could perfectly see a vision of when he would step forward, when he would punch through Krause and blow him away. Yeah, it is every time she says to victory or something, and then he would achieve his total victory. The long, pitiful days before today drifted through the goat's mind. Oh no. The hard days of training. Oh, is this like Mob Psycho counter? Are we getting to 100? The hard days of training where his senpais had picked on him. The faint glimpses of senpai warm concerns during those days. And the joy of the day his power had been acknowledged and he had been accepted as one of the team. Sorry to keep you waiting. You guys, why are you here? I never properly respected my parents. It's right, I'd actually planned on washing my hands of this business when this job is over and returning to my hometown. Sorry, my little road sister, your Nichin caused you nothing but trouble. And I actually have a childhood friend, and I'm going to marry her when I get home. No! Don't trip so many loser vlogs. Not here? Oh, no, here is. I'm not reading. Okay, I'm reading this. This reference to more Japanese fashion subcultures. Alice in a Graveyard referencing to Alice in the Pirates, a gothic pirate punk Lolita fashion. 666 is a reference to the famous department and fashion store 1108 in Shibuya, Japan popular youth culture district. Finally, Devilish Pretty is a reference to Angelic Pretty, a very famous sweet Lolita fashion brand. Oh, I wish I could buy Lolita up close. The term flock were originally described as an invincible state value of a game coding, which is said to be tripped or triggered when the player can take some action that influence future events. The moment of a flag trip used is usually not visible and can only be detected through later challenges in dialogue, or even the signal to be played that they have impacted events or challenge loads. Okay, I know this. I coded a visual novel before, I know this shit. In usual usage of a term, and especially when applying the concept of a non-interactive medium, these moments that indicate clearly to the genre savvy that events, are inexorably unfolding in certain ways that is themselves called flux, and it is in this sense that the phrase loser flux is used here to refer to the occurrence of a cliché that is almost always followed by total failure for a character in the story. You can handle this punch, dodge it! It happened the instant before the two crashed and the punches crossed. Foolish Virgilia, it looked like you couldn't make a composed decision. You must not take that punch! Detect it! The very instant the goat left straight and Kraus right straight cross, the goat obeyed Virgilia's order with a super fast reflexes and pulled back his straight, defecting Kraus's punch. Yes, Virgilia's decision was probably wise. After all, the number of loser flags act as a multiple on an opponent's power level. That was close. If you had taken punch after drinking so many loser flags, imagine just how great the force it would have been multiplied to. Come on, from here, smash the completely open right side of his face with the right straight. What? The promise about fighting with your only left arm? Promise on me to be broken. Ah, he doesn't want of those! I'm disappointed, Virgilia. You really are lacking composure. What's that? How was I not composed by noticing it beforehand and making him avoid it? Why is that, Kraus-sama? If they had crashed like that, wouldn't Kraus-sama have won? Ah, I see. Oh, this is so bad. I'm enjoying it. This is bad, but I enjoy it. Even with 20 loser flags, it's still not enough. Kraus and the goat's double rush make it X4. With a miracle on their side, the fear promise of a crucial hit would double it again for X8. On top of that, the multiplier of X20 equals the number of trip losers flag applied, making X160. At a glance, it looked like incredible application, but even so, Kraus' power level is 6. Even multiplied by 160, it only makes for a power level of 960, just a fraction below the goal of 1,000! Oh my god! That's reference to an anime I never watched in my life. He ate it! Dragon Balls! He ate it! That's why I said you weren't composed. You made a blunder. If they had crashed like this, you would have won. Even if that were so, it's all completely the same things if it's right straight smashed Kraus's head. I'm sorry. Die, Ushinomiya Klaus. Die, Ushinomiya Kraus. Take this. The most powerful blow in the world of boxing. Having defected Kraus's right straight, the goat's own right straight closed in the side of a Kraus face, which has been left open. But here, it crossed with a left straight from Kraus. The two punches crossed, and the time stopped at each aimed for the face of the other. To think that it would be brought to simultaneous like at a moment like this. But his power level caps out at X160, making it 960. You never made it to my child's 1,000. No. Virgilia-san, you're lost. Why? You made your goat deflect the first cross counter. Certainly, in the right strain he issued after... I'm dying. I'm dying. Certainly, if the right straight he issued after here to hit, Kraus-san would probably be in pieces. However, that was closed. That's just no good. I'm afraid that this is complete loss on your goat. A cross counter has 40 times the destructive power. This is common knowledge in boxing. Okay, buddy. And if that is deflected, the right straight hits and the double cross counter has 8 times the destructive power. This is also common knowledge in boxing. If that is crossed, then the principle of leverage, the triple crossed and multiply destructive power by 12. This is also beautiful common knowledge in the world of boxing. Kraus-Sama-san's power level is 6. A double multiplier from both sides for rushing it, making it times 4. The critical hit makes it times 8. Up to times 160 for drifting too many loser flocks. And times 12 on top of that for the triple cross counter. Makes it... That's times 1920. The power level of 11,520. I can say numbers. Cross's punches now had the power to easily win that Badukai tournament. This result had brought about by Kraus' persistence in not giving up on victory until the end. And you concede. Without either, it would never have become so powerful. You fought well. It's okay. You can fall now. You can fall now. Don't you patted the goat on the shoulder. Oh, Oni-chan. You're very tall. As the sparkling drops from a goat's eyes scattered, he softly topped backwards and flattened Virgilia like a pancake. Hey, get off! The goat's massive body was too heavy for the slender Virgilia. He floundered around with it on top of her, but it didn't look like he would be able to escape. In this instant, the barrier Virgilia was still broke. No hard feelings, please. Underestimating the principle of leverage was the cause of your defeat. I wonder what the principle of leverage worked on this counter. It's an eternal mystery. Let's escape while we can. You take care, Mr. Goat. Well done. Excuse us, Virgilia-sama. Bow? Wait! Get back here! Get the thing off me! There was nothing more to block their way. They ran through the underground passage with a single-minded purpose. We are not finishing today. I can't fucking believe I wasted so much time on this bullshit. Jessica had finally been cornered with a wall at her back. Her no magic barrier has advanced bit by bit, and would probably crush her against the wall before long. Considering the distance, it would be the final strike, the final throw of her iron fist. Jessica had dealt out many punches so far. The wall wasn't invincible. It's already started to crack. And it wouldn't be strange for it to smash at any moment. However, due to rebounding damage, Jessica herself was in very bad shape, with cuts all over her body. Just stop this now. I don't intend to crush you. This is up to the master to decide how to deal with you. However, I do not intend to put in a good word for your impressive fight. No frigging way. Not yet. It's not over yet. You have wounds all over your body. It's all you can imagine just to stand, is it not? It seems that your plan is putting all your strength into the final strike. However, that final strike will instead prove fatal for you. The damage reflected by Renov's magic barrier was proportional to the strength of the attack. Jessica's all-out punch would be bouncing back onto her. The more all-out she went, the more suicidal it would be for her. I get it. I know that. I'm warning you, stop this now. It is for your own good. Stop bluffing. Your wall is about to break, right? I've been the one punching it. You think I can feel that? That was a fact. Renov's wall was already at the verge of breaking, and on top of that, Jessica's fist had been imbued with an unimaginable magical attack power by now, and their destructive power defied the imagination. If she wasn't careful, the destructive power might pierce the defensive wall, smash Renov as well, and then go to expand the sides of your bedroom by connecting it to the room next door. However, the damage would rebound on Jessica as well. She wouldn't escape unharmed. I will say this just one more time. Stop. I say this out of consideration for you. Shut the hell up. Say your prayers. Jessica howled. Putting all her strength and her last and greatest destructive power onto her fist, she roared. The tree ghost has been beaten down long ago. Without a single raged breath, George cautiously closed the distance between him and Gab. He was after her. He was planning on bringing her down with a single strike. Gab was also aiming for a single strike. If she left this chance slide this time, she would be killed. Aren't you going to use your pitfalls? Fuck. Even the tiny moment of weakness during the time it took to open the hole would prove fatal against George now. Gab cautiously calculated the distance and timing, but even as she did, George closed the gap between them. If you won't move forward, then I will. Come on then! No more tracks! Just this kick of mine! What the fuck? This kick of mine! We'll end this! The instant she noticed George's body blur, only his jacket was floating in the air. Her voice is hard. I'm sorry I can't keep it up. A short sound of realization entered her mind. In an instant, darkness covered her. George, with his heels swanning up high, looked even like a massive dragon attacking from the sky. You fell from it! I win! Shoot me, George! What? Gab opened a west pit with her in the center and swallowed up George along with herself. The two was swallowed up by the pit and spat out at the ceiling of the arbor. But that was what Gab is after, so she alone landed lightly. But there was another pit in George's landed spot. Got you! Should be a George! Oops, this is bad. It's been fun, die It's been fun, die now. It would be a waste for someone as good as you to end up with a Shirimiya family hat. So I'll eat you up right here, right now. Boarding? Roar. George once again fell from the ceiling of the arbor. He had probably been dropped the same distance as fallen off the roof of a two-story building. In the mid-air, he couldn't control his posture in any way. It was impossible to resist the defend or avoid. As Gab spun like a windmill, she concentrated all of her energy on the sharp tip of her stiletto heel. This was a final strike to perform his requiem, the Queen Bee's final strike that would bore him to heaven, knocking him down into the true abyss. Welcome to the abyss! This is the end of a line for you! Her prey captured in her sight, she launched her foot up into the sky. It was then she saw George's face. Even though it wasn't midair, he can calmly adjusting his glasses with the middle finger on his left hand, okay, buddy? And his posture was still preserved as that of an axe kick. I mean for the Agab's forehead without the faintest deviation. I already anticipated you would opt for this move. What? If I jumped to make the person that was on the ground taste my heel, my posture would have collapsed long ago. However, my posture hasn't collapsed in the slightest. Do you know why? You don't mean... From the very beginning, I knew from the very beginning that you would do this, so I already anticipated that jump before you even have thought of putting a pitfall down behind me. I jumped to make person that the 2 stories below my taste my heel. You lose, Missy. Ping pong. Take this. Jessica's last and stronger upwards barge. She reached the wall and was sucked in. It was sucked into the black large hole that had suddenly opened on the wall. Well, I did advise you to stop. I swear to God, end the chapter here. It's not ending. What the... Truth is, I had never in the slightest bit of a trouble. Sorry. Happy Maria. Sorry. Sorry. Jessica's fist had gone for George's stomach, and George's X-kick had lined up on Jessica's head. The shocking destructive power imbued in Jessica's fist crushed George's organs and scarred his abdomen. And equally as shocking destructive— oh, Butler is gonna be mad in the metaverse about this. The equally shocking destructive power in George's X-kick smashed half of Jessica's head and scarred its contents in the same manner. What? I mean, come on. Witches are all about acting, right? Hey Richie, how was it? Were you watching? Not bad. Follow by the script to a T. You really do get this, Gab. Woohoo! Piat and Gab gave each other a light high five. Thanks, Reno. That was a treat. Even return Jessica's corpse back here. Separate the corpses of the two who are close. It's a second twilight done now. Gob dropped Jessica's corpse into a pit and chuckled all the chunks of a meat too into Jessica's room, as carelessly as throwing them into the trash. Jessica's corpse and lumps of flesh fell from the ceiling and poured out all over her room. Renaud shook his head slightly in all too gruesome change. It is gruesome. My apologies, Jessica-sama. I did warn you. Of course. I suppose it's only natural that a human like yourself can understand the demonic pleasure I derive from foreseeing this conclusion and giving you repeating warnings that I knew you wouldn't listen to. It really was fun, kiddo, but you played with words a little too much. I think if you're ready, my fight back was absolute classic. You've even been reading too many light novels or something, you know? As the arbor brutally decorated by George and Jessica's scattered blood and guts, Gop enjoyed a long life for a while. But she quickly realized that, in all seriousness, this was a little too filthy and undignified, and she snapped her fingers. Whoa, no blood. As she did, gold butterflies rose up from the ground and all around the garden, stuck to each bits and strained patches of blood, and got them out. Then, bit by bit, they slowly turned back into George's corpse, and the awful corpse with its guts splattered out was repaired into a clean corpse that looked like... that looked like it was sleeping. It was some kind of post-mortem sportsmanship towards a good opponent. The heavens were slowly split, because Gab had lifted the leg high into the air, pouncing to the sky. So long, Lady Killer. This is the real game over. Fuck, what was this voice? I'm sorry. Squish, without a trace of mercy that food had brought down and buried into George's forehead. Her stiletto heel, sharp as a weapon, was impaled through George's forehead. She pulled out with a blob. It was like a mark of proof that Gab has indeed finished him by her own hand. Umineko is annoying. How's Butler doing? Asking for a friend. And Maria? Renaud returned Jessica's corpse to its original form as well. Oops. And unlike how it had been with George, it also restored Jessica's life. What in the world? A dream? No, that is wrong. You certainly did pass away, Jessica-sama. You should be well aware of a memory of your final moments. It was burned to the back of Jessica's mind. For some reason, she remembered being turned somewhere, then that your head had been smashed by George's heel. Am I alive? No, you're dead. This merely been postponed for a scant 3 minutes with my magic. After 3 minutes, the magic will end, and you will return to being a tragic corpse with half of its head destroyed. What? Death is brutal. In most cases, you aren't even given a time to ready your heart. However, I have decided to give you that time in recognition of your violent battle. Use those 3 minutes to ensure that your lingering attachment of this world are taken care of. Oh, or I could use those 3 minutes to take you down with me. But the power that had been burning inside Jessica's body was now completely lost. Jessica was aware of herself. She was already dead. Mwah. Well then, I will leave you now, if you would excuse me. It was fun, Jessica-sama. Renaud turned his form into a cloud of gold butterflies and disappeared. All that remained was the sound of a wind and a rain and the figure of Jessica crouching down against the wall. Jessica realized. After 3 minutes, she probably really would revert to the corpse she had been. In those 3 minutes, was there anything she could do? She stood up and with a shaky gulp took the phone that was on the desk. Hello? Is it you, Jessica? Jessica? What is it? Are you alright? They got me. Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'll come help you right now. Nah, it's too late. I'm already dead, apparently. By the time you get here, I'll be a corpse with half of my head spilled out. God damn it, that old man! Wait right here, I'm coming right now! Listen, Butler. Listen closely, alright? I know exactly why Gora-san and Kumasawa-san was so awkward talking about the guys who killed the 6 in the dining hall. Those guys, they aren't human. What? What are you talking about? What do you want me to say, man? I'm freaking saw it, okay? Those guys, they warps and the barriers, all of that crap, you know? Oh, Jessica, I shouldn't talk about this. It's like some manga, some anime. Seriously, we can't deal with this. It's never going to happen, fighting them. It's impossible. That headstand spear you were so proud of, you'll need something way better to deal with these guys. And the blood dripped down from Jessica's forehead. George Neeson didn't make it either. Instant death, that was. The next test is yours, Butler. I wonder if your test will be the same as ours. Be careful, and don't get it wrong. You mean the test? No. Don't get it wrong and think the enemy obviously gonna be a human. The enemy is not human. They're demons who can wield terrifying magic at will. Yeah, fuck you. No matter what, don't get that wrong. Watch yourself. One of blood dripped down from Jessica's mouth as well. The left half of your head started hurting. Jessica realized that she was about to return to the corpse she had been. Oh, we're not finishing this today. I'm probably gonna end soon. Oops. When 13 people die, the Golden Lich revives. How many others killed earlier? There were the 6. That's the first twilight. And with George Neeson and me dead, that's the second. So if just 5 more people are killed, the ritual is gonna be complete, and the witch will revive. I hope that and the rest are safe. If they aren't, the one to test you might be a newly recruited Beatrice herself. By now, Butler had no idea what Jessica was saying, but from her tone, he realized that she knew she was about to die. So even though he hadn't understood the situation, he urged her to hang on in here. I told you, I'm already dead. See ya. It looked like time's up. Good luck on your test. I hope you can become the head. Jessica? Jessica! Hey, answer me! Jessica! But her sorrowful voice could not be heard from the dangling receiver. Crouching with her head back against the adjacent wall, Jessica's head was half smashed. Oh! Okay, we are not confirming that those people are dead because Beatrice is not confirming that they're dead. Right? Okay, now I get it. Where are we? Is this a well? Where is this? Curie struck her face out of the well, and then Kraus showed himself too. When he noticed that they could see the black of a mansion beyond a grove of trees, Kraus realized more or less where they were. To think that there had been a hidden underground passage in a well as a way out of here. And that it led to a hidden mansion. This really is tough on the whole body. Ordinary, you can come up without a different place. This really is tough on the old body. Ordinary, you can come up through a different place with real stairs, provided you can unlock it. I have many questions I'd like to ask you about layout of this place later, Dr. Ninja. Shannon, are you alright? Grab my hand. I'm okay. Karan-kun, quickly! Karan was the last, clambering the ladder towards them in a shaft disguise as well. It was probably quite deep. When he looked down for the first time, he realized how far he had come up. Firing! Bang. As Karan was about to finally crowd out of a well, a hole the size of a basketball opened up in his chest. Everyone there looked through the hole in Karan's chest to the scenery beyond. Karan-kun! Son. Karan topped backwards and was swallowed up by the depths of a well. Everyone, run for it! The Chester sisters! They lock on! We can avoid them! Run! At least one of us survive! At this time, Kraus, Curie, and Nanjo literally saw a golden curve appear from the well and sew itself through the side of Shannon's head. Shannon! Head pierced. That you were perfect witness to everything up to including the opposite side of your head being blasted away into pulp. Shannon fell to her knees, blood gushing from both of your head, and flopped to the ground. Ah! They after us! Run! We'll be killed! Run, 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 run. That should become paralyzed by fright by the manner of Shannon's death, and the Chester sisters would not miss their chance. A curve again appeared from the well and pierced through Nanja's forearm and out of the back of his head in an instant, soon through him. Thump, and so Nanja expired. What on earth? Why? Where's the enemy attacking from? We've been sniped. I don't know where from, but they have us completely in their sights. Escape into the mansion, block their line of sight. The two dashed into the back entrance of the mansion. Then the instant Kraus tried to shut the door behind him. A golden curve appeared from the first time, piercing Kraus from the back of his head out through his forehead and smashing even his forehead to pieces. Oh. Kraus's body lunged over, fell down hard, and drew a neat radiant pattern with the inside of his head. He ran wildly through the hallway, flew into some room, and locked the door, but she couldn't imagine for a moment that this would save her life. She probably died soon too. This was apparently one of the guest rooms. At the moment, a phone on the side table caught Curie's eyes. After hanging up the call from Jessica, Butler had literally just about to dash out. In an instant, the phone rang again. Hello? Huh? Curie-san? Yes, Butler-kun. I got lucky. I managed to escape the dungeon somehow. I really was fortunate. Where are you? Is anyone alright? On our side, it looked like Jessica and Georgia and Ki are... Listen, I probably won't be alive for long. Then, right as she got a sudden feeling that the keyhole of the locker room might have a golden glow, a gold curved line drawing a helix. Now a golden sewing thread infiltrated the room through here in incredible speed and bored a hole into the floor by Curie's feet. Oh, that's rare. The enemy who had sniped the other four one after another with extraordinary skill apparently really does have trouble shooting me between the eyes with a single shot while I'm holed up in this room. But the next strike will probably hit. At this point, Curie finally remembered the initial massacre in the dining hall. That's right. This is what killed Rudolph and the rest, all 6 of them. Listen, Butler-kun. I'm going to tell you everything exactly as I saw it. I'm sure you think that something gone wrong with my head. In fact, it's alright for you to think that. Even I still haven't come to terms with what I just saw. Today, after you all returned to the guest house, the family conference began in the dining hall. And I'll tell you everything that happened next. Listen until the end without butting in. The call may suddenly be cut off partway through. If it is, that is the moment I was killed. Kiri-san. Then Kiri spoke about how Kinza had come, the family conference started, and the 6 had been killed, and the 5 of them had been confined. Ouch! Sorry. About how she had escaped somehow and made to where she was now. And now everyone has finally was killed, all spoken dispassionately, as she had seen it, with no dramatization. She even spoke about how everyone except her had been killed, and how she had observed the moment of all their death, and how even with every moment, someone was trying to kill her. Actually, even while I'm being talked, I'm being attacked 3 times. Something like a single gold thread kept flying into the keyhole, spinning around and aiming for me. First was my feet, next it was close to my shoulder. Just now it grazed my ear. Its aim was getting more and more accurate. Looked like it'll go right between my eyes pretty soon. Run, Kiri-san! Run away! Where to? You realize? I managed to run all the way here, shut myself into the room, and even lock the door? And I'm still being targeted. Just where am I meant to hide? Seriously? Kiri-san? Butler-kun? Are Jessica-chan and George-kun still alive? Just now there was a phone call from Jessica. It kinda sounded like they were done for. Thought so. Yeah, when we 5 were being killed one after another, I had this kind of premonition. I thought that perhaps the second twilight had been finished in the 13-person murder ritual and that our twilight had been reached. In other words, when I die, it's 13, then the ritual will be complete. The Golden Witch, Beatrice, will be resurrected. I would wonder what will happen on this island filled with demons and witches and swirling with goat monsters. When even the both of them all, the Golden Witch appears. I wonder just what in the world will happen. At this point, I can't make any sense of anything anymore. Kiri-san's voice had given up completely on her own life. And because Butler could tell that, he couldn't stop the tears. I did have just one thing I can advise you on. What? Even if a demon or a witch does appear in front of you, yeah? There is no need whatsoever to doubt what they are. Understand that they are what they seem. You might think there should be some trick, or there is some true identity behind it. Yo, fuck you, Beatrice, for orchestrating this! If you have the time to think of something like this, it would be much more constructive to think of how not to damage the mood of whoever you're facing. Even mistakenly, you must not say, prove it then, show me some magic. No, you should, shut up, Kiri! Okay, she's probably a puppet, but whatever. Now he will probably use a method and almost cruelty to show you the proof. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd hear something like that coming from your mouth. I can't believe it. I understand that it's unbelievable. That's why that's the only advice I can give to you. Believe. Fuck you. You're telling me to believe in Beatrice and demons and witches and monsters? Probably. Even after being so clearly shown all those things not of this world. We still weren't able to believe any of it, I think. I'm like that even now. The true form of this thing that keeps attacking me, trying to shoot through my forehead, is something I can't understand. And I can't believe. So, I want you at least believe to understand, and to accept that being which we couldn't fully accept. If you do this for me, our deaths won't have been fuck you. It's also been worse for me to make this phone call. Kiri-san? I'm still okay. It gazed me, but it missed again. I'm very much doubt that I'll survive the next one. Thank you. And goodbye, Butler-kun. I was once cold towards you because you were Asumi-san's son. Forgive me for those days. What do you mean, forgive you? Kiri-san, you are the mothers to me now. Mother to me. I felt as though I heard an unclearable sound at the other end of a receiver, and then a noisy chattering sound, as though the receiver had fallen to the floor. Kiri-san? Kiri-san! Ah! Kiri-san never responded through the phone again. The chapter's gonna be that long? Holy fuck. Cause of a tragedy. Chapter 17. I don't know why you're angry, Butler. You should! Everyone was killed, goddammit! By that goddamned old fart! Saying something incomprehensible about Beatrice's resurrection ritual or something. Then that means certain people have been offered as sacrifices, and Beatrice will have relieved already, you know? Yeah, that's perfect. I'll take Beatrice too and kill them both. We survived the ritual, so we receive an invitation to the Golden Land from Beatrice, you see. No, Ooze? All wishes are granted here. If you suffer because your family was killed, then you will be able to bring them back to life. That's what I plan to do. I'm going back to revive my really nice real mama, the one that isn't possessed by the Black Witch. Yeah, shut up, Maria. So mama will always be me from now on. There won't be any more overtime or working the days off. She'll always be with me and think only of me. And she'll fight all the time against fearsome enemies for me. There's something wrong with you. How can you sit here saying such incomprehensible crap in a situation like this? Didn't Auntie Curie tell you, Butler? Didn't she tell you to believe in a witch? Shit. This isn't time to get in an argument with you. Forget hostages. At this point, no one left alive at all. This dumb as hell screwed up ritual game is gone now. From here on, I'm doing what I want. Someone might be still alive. Or someone might be hiding. I search every nook and cranny of this place, find them, and beat the shit out of them. Enraged, Butler grabbed a headstrand spear and flew out of the room. Maria watched him go, looking bored. But Beatrice would grant your wishes soon anyway, stupid Butler. When the phone ran out again, Maria stood up and grabbed the receiver. Hello. Ooh? Of course, the sound of a phone also reached Butler's ears, and he was about to dash down to the guest house. With a violent forcefulness, he turned around and dashed into the cousin's room. Maria, the phone call. Who's it from? With a terrifying look on his face, Butler yelled at Maria, who was on the phone. You couldn't blame him. Right now, the only humans left in silent. For himself, Maria got a... Oh, where the fuck got is Kumasawa? Oh, they're inside the... I completely forgot about them. But there was no way those two could call when they were locked up in a garden guest house, which means there was only one person. It had to be Kinzo. As she happily chatted with the person on the other hand of the phone, Maria slowly turned to face Butler. And with an unsettling expression on her face, she laughed with he. It felt almost as though the person on the other end of the line was chatting about Butler. Maria, who's on the phone? Grandfather? No, it's Beatrice. Butler couldn't believe that this was the case. After all, it was incomprehensible that Maria would be having such a friendly talk with Kinzo, chatting to him about Butler with an eerie smile on her face. Just what kind of person could be on the phone? Who could make Maria chat with a smile like this? At the time, in the back of his mind, the words Curie had spoken to him drifted up. Even if the witch does appear, there is no need to doubt it. Just believe in its existence. Yup, Butler just came back. He sure is hasty. Maria, who's on the phone? Who? Hand it over? Sure. Here, Butler. After gathering the content of a person on the other end, she held the receiver out for the Butler. Here. Maria held the receiver out for him to take, although it was perfectly normal. Butler felt just a little bit of hesitation towards taking the receiver, because by acknowledging the existence of a person on the other end, he would have no choice but to admit it. Curie had said it. There is no longer any need to doubt their existence. Butler took the receiver. After he did so, Maria briskly headed for the door, Butler, who was slightly fearful about finding out for sure who was on the other end of the receiver, questioned Maria before taking the call. Hey, where are you going? To where my test is. I wonder who is ushering your family head will be. You or me? Don't go. You'll be killed. No, I won't. The ritual already over. Even if I am, it'll be revived. Whether one of us become the head or not, we already invited to the Golden Land. See you. Wait! Maria! Butler stretched his hand out to Maria's back as she left, but the cord of the receiver had been gripped and held him back like a chain. He readied himself. Butler put the receiver to his ear. Hello? Congratulations! And I'm fine! And you? It's a good song. Screwed up mocking English filled his ears. It was the voice of a woman he didn't know. Who? Okay, they sing in English. Okay. Who inside of his head was starting to freeze up? Who? Who do you mean who? Should I be a butler? The answer normally is yes. I'm fine. Is it not? That takes me back. You must have done that one in middle school, right? Oh, you know what they should have done here? They should have put Japanese words in here instead of English. That thing you do in Paris. You're insane. Who are you? Answer me. Say it in English. Isn't that your specialty? Quit messing up with me. Who are you? That crazy old bastard's underling? Underling is a cruel description. Go the other way and try captive. I have kids as captive, right? Celeste's laugh didn't sound like it was aimed at Butler. It was almost as though Kinza was right next to the phone, crackling as well. Say your goddamn name. Who are you? Who? Oh, she's in a schoolgirl uniform, okay. Try and guess. Okay, maybe it's not a schoolgirl uniform. Maybe I'm just annoying. It's just a suit. Okay. Try and guess. You can win an invite to Hawaii. Finally. It's so long. The days leading up to the day was really long. I seriously waited 1,000 years, you know, just for this day to arrive. And here it is, all thanks to you, my big resurrection. Thank you, arigato, Kinzo. Just this once, I'll let you have this last take back of yours. Hellsbell, do you have to be in this much of a good mood? Can you act a little more ladylike? Kinzo and Beatrice sat facing each other over the chessboard of the reception table. Also on the table were expensive cheeses, and liked to go with the drinks. Oh, I would want some cheese. And there was a line of several empty wine bottles. As Beatrice rolled around the sofa in an unseemly way, she held a wine glass on one hand, in a good mood, and probably completely drunk. I'm in the best mood today, so I'm feeling crazy generous. Hey, Kinzo, don't use a Van Elch noble rot wine like this as a decoration. Holy shit, it's 1947? If you don't open it today, then when are you gonna open it? Let's slosh it all over each other for fun. Then let's walk each other over with an empty bottle. She's crazy, okay. Holy fuck. It would be entertaining. You're a little too excited. You're cutting loose too much. And what about you? Aren't you happy to be related with me? Ah, it's in a living world, an earthy world. Live alone, my flesh. What are you going on about? Are you saying that you're Beatrice or something? Hi! Wateshiwa, maybe? Hi. Hi, whatever. Thanks to Kinza's 13-person murder ritual, I've finally been resurrected. It's nice having a mouse. It's nice to having a ton. How fun it will be to talk to you like this. Come to think of it, even though we're hurled insults at each other all over and over again, this is the first time we've had a conversation like this on the board during the game, isn't it? How very fresh. Oh, did you hear that pop sound? He opened it! The maniac actually went and opened us with that drug! That's expensive as shit! Do you know how much a single bottle of this stuff costs? Okay, those people looks like they're intruders in Ushiramiya Mansion, and they're just like Bonnie and Clyde people having so weird fun, pretending you killed all these people. This doesn't seem like actual Kinzo and Beatrice. Do you know how much a single bottle of this crazy stuff costs? As much as a whole 10-kilogram eggnog. Isn't that crazy? I don't think real Beatrice would talk like this. Cut the crap. Beatrice, my ass. You say you're a golden witch? That's enough. Who the hell are you? Is this damn old fart with you as well? I'll bet the shit out of both of you. So true. Where are you going right now? Where are you right now? Answer me. Oh, you want to meet me? Sure, stop being a popular woman. But please, don't try to chat me up when Kinza's around, okay? The guy's a bad egg and he gets seriously jealous, see? But then Kinza is around and we are alone. I love you all you want a secret, alright? You're insane. Kinza, I've changed my mind. I won't do Maria's test. You go. How fickle. Then you're saying that you will do butler's test? Nothing wrong with that, right? The guy's so much looking longer at you, you know? It makes my heart race. Don't worry, I'm not gonna cheat on you. I only be alone with him this one time. I'm always alone with you, right? But no more than me 24 hours a day, alright? So here you have it, Butler. I, the Golden Witch Beatrice, will be running your test myself. As for the place, let me see. In the front entrance of this mansion. Butler, the hardship test. You're seriously gonna fool us this one, okay? I mean, he's just particularly dead on his feet. If you become the next head, you'll be the next owner of everything on this island. I wouldn't mind letting you have me all to yourself, you know? What is she doing? What is she talking about? Just like Kinza did. Control me, okay? Real Beatrice would never say this. Fuck you. The front entrance of a mansion. Perfect! Listen to me, you stinking drunk. I'll sober you up. I've got some hot punch vended to help you through your hangover. Just you wait. Butler impulsively slammed the receiver down. There was no need to talk through a receiver anymore. I'll meet his face to face and settle this. I took the spear I'd made by taking apart the headstand and went outside without even an umbrella. It's hard to imagine that a young woman calling herself Beatrice will be waiting for me alone. I should probably assume that she'll be waiting for those supporting troops that Goda-san and Kumasawa-san had told us about. Going alone would be too reckless. Goda-san, Kumasawa-san, it's me, it's Butler. I head for the garden and storehouse first. I needed all the help I can get. Goda-san was a burly man, so I can probably count on him to add some extra brawl. Kumasawa-san's knowledge and familiarity with the area as a senior servant might prove to be a huge weapon. Both of them have the master keys, and they know more about the mansion than I do. They're pretty reliable allies. This is weird part. As I banged on the shouted and called out, oh, this is actually a really weird part, isn't it? Huh. Okay, I wonder how it's gonna play out. I remembered that there was nothing they could do from the inside. I would have to get the key back from them and open the shutter myself. Something gonna... They either dead already, or they are connected to the people who are present themselves as Beatrice and Kinza. I went around to the side, knocked on a small lattice window here, and opened it up. Gora-san, Kumasawa-bachan, it's Butler. Hey, come on, get up. Hey. It was empty. They were dead. It was empty. The scene in the shed lit by a dim light bulb, it was too bizarre. Goda. Son. Kumasawa. Son. From a low ceiling beam hung two thick ropes, and in the end, Goro-san and Kumasawa-san were hanging by their necks. This is definitely a fraud. Oh, even that. This is... Isn't the rope on Kumasawa's is around her mouth? How is she hanging like this? It was dim and it looked as though... Oh, it was dim! Okay, we don't know if it's dim for sure. It was dim, and I was looking through a narrow gap between all the various pieces of equipment strewn about, so I couldn't make out any more detail than that. But then they showed not even a tremor after I called out for them, and because the way of the loops around their necks seemed to carry the full weight of their bodies, I couldn't sense no trace of life from them. You gotta be kidding me, right? Why? The shutters is still closed. There is only a single key, which I'm sure Gora-san took possession of. So how did the culprit open the shutter and kill the two of them inside? No, wait, they weren't necessarily killed. If this is suicide, this way, this locked room makes sense, but I don't know why the two of them would hang themselves. Feebly, I stamped upon on the spot. Now, the only humans alive on this island, me and Maria, and my old bastard's old bastard. No, there's also a not-so-woman called herself Beatrice. Maria been acting like she's on the witch's side from the beginning, and Grams is the very person who revived the witch. Plus there is a witch herself. What the hell? Then it's just as though I'm the only one in this island. Using my pole as a crane, I feebly loose to my feet. Damn, I can't do it like this. I've got to avenge everyone. Damn it, this is no good. Yeah, it's no good. No goddamn good at all. Damn it. I got the crying out of the way while I could, so that all my weak emotions could be squeezed with my tears. Then I straightened up, I gazed into the darkness in the direction of a mansion. At the entrance to the mansion, the witch is waiting. I'll go and settle this. I'll find the source of a weird blood-soaking night and crush her with my own hands. How's Angie doing? Oh, we still whole Angie side resolution need to do. Oh my god. Amidst the pouring rain, I walked through the rose garden without an umbrella, letting myself get soaked. Get soaked? I could see the arbor in the distance. According to Jessica, it seemed that George Arangi has also been killed. Well, by this point, there is no need for worry about the lives of any hostages. I left the path, aimed for the arbor. Then, I saw George Arangi's... Oh! Kurt discovered by the rose garden arbor, there was a single hole right in the center of his forehead. It seemed reasonable to think that he was shot with a gun or something. It was a brand of humiliation, marking his loss to a gap. Okay. Shoot by a gun. Nice one. Then I shot George Arangi's weather-beaten corpse. Okay, so this time, we can actually say who's alive and who's dead. That's nice. Oh, and even though he couldn't check Kumasawa and Goda, they weren't marked as dead either. Okay, that's nice. Aniki. Shit. A corpse was in front of the arbor. Oh, he looks so dead. Nice. He's looking like a Shiki character in the opening of Shiki. If he would have died in the arbor, he would at least have been sprawled, being beaten down upon by the rain. There was a gaping hole in Angi's forehead, as though he had been shot with a gun. Perhaps because the rain had been washed everything away, his face wasn't covered with blood, and so he looked almost like he was sleeping. However, the deep red his clothes were stained with provided the evidence that a large amount of blood was flowed out. How happy I'd be if he was sleeping or else pretending to be dead. But Einhard's eyes remained open, even though the rain sprayed against them, and this hole in his forehead was without him a joke, the real thing. There had been a faint chance that Gonasan and Kumasawa-san hanging by their necks in the gardening shed could have been a bad joke, but that naive possibility had now been completely denied. Was it? And I looked at this corpse. I became completely sure. Just as Goda-san once said, the enemy came to take lives as though these lives were pieces on a chessboard. Yeah, there is no mistake. It seemed that old Geezer and the witch really don't view our lives as anything more than that. The damn witch, when she was on the phone, she talked about us like we were on a game board. Perfect. Right, she thinks this is a game, huh? Then it's the same way you kill everyone like it was a game. It's alright if I kill all of you like it's a game as well, right? Just you wait, Beatrice. The lightning caused the mansion's vast shadow to emerge. Finally, the mansion. As the massive shape came into view, there was no silhouette of any person. It seemed that there weren't any underlings waiting for me in the pack or anything like that. According to Kirisan, there was a large number of attendants with goat hats. At least for now, I couldn't sense any large group like that hanging and staring at me. What's this? Beneath the roof of the entrance, there is something said. Oh! She's not even showing herself! What's this? A box? It looked like this kind of a small box that girls often keep trinkets in. Or maybe it was the same kind of extravagant cigar case you'd find in a reception room. Either way, it didn't look like something that belonged here. It clearly looked as though it had been told to open it. But the thought of doing what they wanted me to do was somehow irritating. However, it didn't look like it'd get anywhere if I didn't open it. Could it be that it's set up with some trap to make it explode when open? While thinking things like that, and forgetting even to go under the overhang, I continued to glare at the box as the rain beat down upon me. Then, mixed in with the thunder, was some kind of music? It sounded like something like that. There was a tone of a big clock in a hall announcing midnight. It was also the sound that announced the crazy day of October 4th had finally ended, and that the much more incredibly crazy day of October 5th had begun. That sound quietened, and I could hear the eerie laugh coming out of nowhere. I got the feeling that the voice was coming from the heavens, and I looked up at the sky. And here was a woman that I'd never seen before. No. It's not true that I'd never seen her before. I saw her once today. Yeah, in that portrait inside the mansion. The clothes were different, but that face was just like the witch of a portrait. Ah, who am I kidding? I already know who this person is. So, you are Beatrice? Yo, butler! Leaning over the second floor balcony and watching cheerily from under her umbrella was, without doubt, the witch of a portrait, Beatrice. Was the plan for the boss to watch on from above as your god underling tortured me to death? I adjusted my grip on the spear, and imagining goats creeping out of the surrounding shadow and surrounding me, I raised my guard in all directions. Ah, Beatrice, there is no one here but you and me, see? There is no god furniture, there is no demon butlers. Master is not here, nor my close demon friend. And there are none of the gold butterflies that have composed my physical form. There are no magic circles and no summoners in attendance. Do you know what it means? Not a clue. Quit bubbling. I have in fact met you several times, even in this world. Almost as though brushing past one another, meeting only for a moment. As you know, this world of humans is filled with a toxin just by your existence, and you doubly doubting of me. almost like a solid rampart, straightening the defense around you, the king. And through multiple games, I advanced my pieces one by one, splitting you apart and cornering you, underwhelming you rampant bit by bit. Then finally, once I opened a tiny crack, I set the bishop in, so that I could approach right up next to you. But as you know, bishops are pieces with a blind spots. As long as you stay in a black squares, a black bishop can exert a massive influence upon you. But if you can escape just one step to the white square, then even if I choose in right next to you, I will not be able to touch you. This is why I have progressed through these games by setting in various pieces so you cannot stay on a white square, forcing you out in front of me, the one who controls the black squares next to you. However, there are non-holes open all over your ramparts, and I was at least able to stand in, not a bishop, but a full queen. Do you know what kind of piece queen is? A rook plus a bishop. This what you're trying to say? Oh fuck. Now, you not only control the black squares that the witch's illusion, but also become able to encroach upon the white squares of the human world as well? Huh. How's this butler know this? That is correct. Where there exist the gold butterflies that are my minions, you have been labeling those squares as witch's illusions, denying them onto the hypothesis that they are observerless non-entity, am I right? I am well aware. For that very reason, I have at last descended thus upon the squares of white. Worry not, I call plenty of gold butterflies, gods, demons and witches later on. If you wish, I can invite you to my golden land. Here, I will grant you any wish that you desire. It's starting to look like someone knocked an ink bottle over the chessboard on this island. I see, that too is a pleasant description. Soon you will be covered in the twink as well. Before long, you'll become dyed pitch black and surely become a black king. At this point, you're a pitiful existence drowning in a sea of ink. Are you not? No, I'm not. I will admit this island has been stained completely black from your ink bottle. There is still a white square left. Huh? And where? Right under my feet. You magic ink might try to cover this entire island, but I can't cover the ground my feet are standing on. Even if this island seemed to be stained pitch black at a glance, I am me. I am here, with my feet firmly planted on the white square. It's strange. Until a second ago, I was trembling all over. But now that she's appeared only right before my eyes like this, my terror was actually lessened. It's funny. Ghosts are most terrifying when you can only sense them. When you can see them, and they have a face you can plant your fist into, there is nothing scary about it. However, she is definitely not a funny or a friendly person. She can kill me instantly by rolling around giggling just by snapping a finger. Whether we interpret the results of your snapping her finger as magic, flying at me, or underling showing up to shoot me, it doesn't matter. Where is your spear on this one? In any case, whether this fantasy or mystery, that queen is a position where she can kill me just by snapping her fingers. I see. So this is the meaning of the queen of this island, who reigns over both the white and the black squares. I need water. My water. I'm gonna be quick. Oops. Who reigns over both white and black squares? Now then, it might be interesting to wait until you catch a cold in this rain, but it's about time to move the matter at hand. I'm sure that you can tell what's in the box here. Your test is inside of it. Hold it. After all what's happened, I'm not interested in some stupid game about who'll be the next head. My game is to take you and the old man and the rest of you guys who killed everyone and give every one of you a full-on punch in the face. So you'll fly through the sky up to my balcony? Very good, very good. Come on then. Up you come already. Come on, up. Damn you, acting like you hot shit just cause you're a completely slave place. I'm coming up here right now, so you better be prepared. Huh? No. It's all locked up. Of course the shutters are down for all the windows as well. My castle isn't so fragile that a single knight like you could break in. I tried the front door anyway, just in case, but yep, it really was locked. When I looked around, I noticed that indeed the shutters were closed on by the windows. Normally, they wouldn't be. Look like you prepare for everything. Where's the key? Goro-san and Kumasawa-san probably have master keys, but they're in the locked room of a gardening storehouse. I can only give up for now. Damn. Guess she's no fool herself. Are you really so dying to be right by my side? Alright, if you pass your test with your flying colors, why don't I grant you an audience? If you pass, then you will be the successor, and my new master after Ginza. My body and soul will be yours to do with as you will, because I am ultimately the Shirimiya family's furniture. Well, it looked like you want me to take this test no matter what. Alright, I'm game. If I pass, my first prize will be to punch you to your face. Scary, but it's not like I mind being controlled by violence, you see? Grab onto my head, make my face twist in pain, violate me in the same way, hug tears apart, and screws and spray with all talents. Baby, what are you talking about? Reminds me of Kins in his younger days when swore. That single time in a 1,000-year life. Remind me of a day I was stunned by joy of being controlled, of submitting and being reduced to furniture. You damn drunk. We aren't getting anywhere. Ignoring the stupidly smiling witch, I pick up the box. Yes, open it. Inside is a letter. Read it. I open it. There was a faint smell of cigarettes. Apparently, it really had originally been a cigarette case. But there is no cigarettes and a cigar inside. Pity. Instead, there was a Western... Stop with your melody! Instead, there was a Western-style envelope with a one-man eagle chest. When I opened that too, there was a letter inside. I looked up at the witch. She was grinning down on me. It seemed she was waiting in anticipation to see what kind of reaction I have to the content. Damn it, I'll show her. The content were like this. I'm on the 3 mentioned below. In order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. First your life. Life. Everyone else's life. If you do not choose one, all of the above will be lost. What the heck is this? Some pretty Kirby stuff written here. And most importantly, the second one is blank, so I don't even know whose life. The second one is where you put the name of the... Fuck. The second one is when you put the name of the person you love the most. For Jessica's test, it was Karen's name, and for George's test, it was Shannon's name. Since I had obviously feeling for certain people, I was able to write those names in beforehand. But I don't know who you have feelings for, so I didn't know whose names to write, and I left it blank. That's perfect. I love you, Beatrice. Oh, I thought so. Of course, it's gonna be like this. Oh no. That's perfect. I love you, Beatrice. I'll stick your name in here, so my choice is going to be number 2. Is this alright? Hey, quit joking. Come on, please, Butler. Tell me the name of a person you have feelings for. If you don't, then this would be a test, right? Too bad. I don't have any woman in particular. Even if I did, what the hell would I tell you? In that case, this test will not work for you. What a shame. And I was really wondering what kind of woman was your cup of tea? What if I said I like young, flat-chested girls with long black hair? Oh, she just said everything. Okay. Okay. You don't munch in a single area, do you? Lies! You breast sommelier. You prefer a blonde bombshell with a dynamite body, don't you? I'm perfectly the embodiment of your ideal. If guessing your true sizes is a test to become a successor, I'll take it gladly. Ah, yes. That was a test to choose the successor. Chatting with you is so much fun that I've been getting a bit of a topic. You guys are so annoying. Then, let us begin the headship test. I will question you to see whether you are qualified to be the next Shiremiya family head. Answer with care. The witch, who had been joking around like she was drunk until a second ago, suddenly regained her gravities. She looked as though she truly had stepped out of this imposing portrait. I am the Shiremiya family alchemist, the Golden Witch, and the Endless Witch Beatrice. Do you have the qualification to inherit the Shiremiya family headship and all of my gold? That is what I will test. State your name. Shiremiya Butler. Under this majestic gaze, unimaginable from her manner a short while ago, I answered without any hesitation. She truly was. Yes, indeed. In the truest sense, she was that worthy of calling herself the queen of this island. Very good, Shiremiya Butler. However, you have thrown away the Shiremiya name for the past 6 years, have you not? Why is that? Because I've had enough of my dad, the old bastard. I know. It was because you felt your father's marriage discharged the death of your mother, whom you loved and respected, yes? I see. You have no bloodly relation to your new mother whatsoever. It is not as though I can understand why would you feel unable to accept that mother. However, no matter who your father marries with, that does not change the fact that his blood runs in your veins, correct? What's your point? I can't, to an extent, understand the childishness that led you to oppose your father's remarriage out of the desire to have him all to yourself. However, was throwing away the Shiremiya family name as a means of resistance not a disgrace to your family and blood? You were born and raised a Shiremiya, were you not? Do you think you were qualified to forget the depths and throw away the Shiremiya name? Conservative parent rant, okay. It has nothing to do with you. It is between me and Dad. The Shiremiya name does not belong to you and your father alone. You are a child who simply rebelled, unable to forgive the fact that your father has not been stolen away by an unknown woman. Those 6 years in which you forsook the Shiremiya register were a significantly long period where you dragged the Shiremiya family name through the mud. Oops, time to go.